Subscribe. Shout out to the people in the chat room, moderators, of course. Shout out to all the moderators out there, the people who support the stream. Shout out to people on my Cash App early. I'm gonna do those shout outs in a minute. You want some shout outs? You know where it's at. You feel me? Hit that like button. Kyre Irving from Teepees. Press 1 to slave boats, a different look. Now, I just had to change that because this is going to get a little silly this morning. And right after this, we're going to talk about how the Russian and German Jews put you in slavery. Do not worry. I'm clout chasing. Hit the like button and subscribe. Press 1 if you haven't already. Why not? Why not get in on this silly conversation of if they Hebrews or Negroes in somebody's book, they advertising all over the place. Dane Calloway style madness. Press 1. Oh yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage madness. Yo, what up, said my guy Taj. What's up with you? Miss Lori's in the building. Brittany, Amanda's out there somewhere. Max Saint Marie, shout out to you. Shout out to Shiva's out there somewhere. Shout out to DJax out there somewhere. Highly favored is in the building. What's up with you? I see you. Yes, you are. Anaya making her way up in the building. For His glory is in the building. Damn, look at history is becoming popular as rap. I had to wait till King AK-47 and them Bungalow 54 asylum students went to bed. They stayed up all night having drinks and conversations about Offset. Press 1. Niggas don't even know math. Talking gematria. Stop it right now. You niggas stop it. Press 1. You niggas shouldn't even be adding up past your little 5 fingers you got on your hand. You niggas barely got to the second hand. Trying to learn some goddamn gematria up. Talking about the 1 1 1 1 11 11. You don't take your goofy ass to bed. Press 1. Ain't nothing like a bunch of niggas who ain't want to go to bed. Press 1. Yeah, you wake up in the morning. The Kanika Jenkins family over there, they got them. The Kanika Jenkins video experts, they got King A47. He up. Get off my channel. Block them. Press button. The witches and warlocks, whoremongers is over there. Yeah, look, the video. Press button. Ooh, they almost had me. They almost... You get sucked up in that world. They don't want to let you go. We wouldn't even be this far. Jesus. Those folks down there, and I call it YouTube Hell's Pit right there. They don't want you to go no further than their eyeballs will allow you to go. Boy, once you start thinking different and thinking alternative, look at Kyre. Press 1. Kyre thought he was an Indian last year. Press 1. See, this is an excellent time to teach y'all something because y'all forgot. But Kev, don't forget. Kyre Irving was an Indian last year. So Kyre Irving got some explaining to do. Him and Kanye West, who just weaseled out the media. Yes, come to me, Hebrews to Negroes, with this communistic propaganda. Oh yeah, the Macho Man. So I got a series of my own. It's called From Teepees to Slave Boats. Press 1.
Shame.
Press 1.
Shame.
From Teepees to Slave Boats. Now, it just so happened because we've been talking about communism, the Lloyds of London, Russians and German infiltrations all over in America. So I think this is the perfect time for me to not only clout chase and show the internet you can clout chase and correctly. But you should say, ask these basic questions. Now, I'm a professor, so this is a teachable moment for me all the time. You feel me? I'm not just a clown. I'm teaching. You feel me? How you went from discovering you was already here as an Indian last year? Press 1, paid for by the Nike Association, to now realizing that you was buck broken by Tariq Nasheed. Shout out Tariq. It was Toby. Which one are you? You can't have both stories, nigga. But one is either y'all niggas was Indians or y'all was slaves. Press 1. And I think this is a teachable moment because we got you. See, we got you. You an Indian, you either with Dan Calloway or you with Pan-Africanism, including the Hebrew Israelites who believe they from Africa and was sold into slavery right here in America by way of the transatlantic slave disorder in a brain. Press 1. That's why they need to be sent to the asylum, because they don't understand law and understand what this is. Thank you, Kev. Exactly. Switching sides for perception because we waking up. You see? I'm waking you up. Now they don't know which side. Oh, shit. They not in it. They don't want to. I told you. Nah. No, we not Indians. Then I give you the full historical breakdown of how they're trying to convince you they're Indians, giving them civil rights, nationality, and birthright stealing by way of Indian trust. Shout out to Amanda. But we'll get to that at the university. Oh, we got y'all. Oh, yeah, we put together the best documentary of all time. And then I'm going to write an ebook. Press 1. We putting together the best documentary of all time. Facts. And if you're not with us, you against us. It's as simple as that. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not with Kyre University, you in death, cult worship of the dead, Osiris, gods of the moon worship. You know, Egypt. You know, like the brothers say, spiritual bondage. Press 1. Yeah, where they were going to sell you by way of ships. Press 1. You gotta understand that. But I'm trying to understand how y'all go from Indians to slaves. You gotta make a choice now. You either indigenous to the land by way of federal adoptee, by way of federal government, or you a slave from Africa looking for refugee from these same people. Pick one. Damn, that's a hard choice. Both choices given to you by the Rockefeller Foundation. Press 1. Gave it to you by Jewish, German, and Russian Jew Orthodox bankers and their offspring. Yep, you believe you's a monkey if they tell you you's a monkey. If they say black people came from monkeys, the world gonna say they came from monkeys. It's in a world. It's in a book. They call us goyim. The most racist thing you can call anybody in anybody book is in the Talmud. Yeah, talk about how you can lend to you, and they can use you like cattle. Press 1. You ain't nothing but cattle and Chattelton. That's how you in chattel. These people don't figure out a way. Now listen to me, Kyre. They don't figure out a way how to make you product for the stock market by way of UCC code. Yeah, they don't manipulated George Washington's economy into a forbidden B system. Press 1. They don't flip y'all sovereignty into their sovereignty by way of Native American bullshit trust, which they stole from our forefathers. And then they flipped the whole, they all $5 Indians. None of y'all Indians. Y'all are heirs of freedom and sovereignty. Y'all the saviors of the world. Y'all the bloodline of what Jesus Christ, the Messiah, come through. Y'all the bloodline of helping everybody on earth. And everybody on earth misuse you. Perverted the system. Yeah. But see, it is the Russian and German Jew Orthodox Catholicism B system by way of UCC codes and shit like that. They're infiltrated. It made us their slaves. They think this their homeland. They just got here in the 1900s. Your forefathers are buried here long before they even came here. Any of these stories ever even came up. It was buildings and skyscrapers and kingdoms here. For real, for real. So you're going to have to decide. That's why I love this teachable moment, because you're going to have to decide whether you was an Indian or an African. Huh? But what if you are the colonial Americans who were granted freedom away from this type of slavery from the world, from the Vatican, from the communists, from the fascists? What if George Washington bestowed on you a bigger freedom? And how would you become freemen if you were not set free already? How would you become freeman? Not because you was a slave. No, because the first colonial Americans, King James, John, all of these biblical and real figures in real life are of your descent. Or you are from their descent. Facts. That's why Marcus Garvey and them was trying to get you to Africa. Marcus Garvey was with them trying to get you off your own land so they can put you and make you UCC code commercial property and not a product of the land. Remember, Genesis say God formed you right here on the land. Right here. All your laws is already set. Your business laws, how you run shit, your resources, your tithes, your spiritual practice, it's all there. Fact. So I'm trying to decide who's pulling y'all strings every year to jump around from race to race. Now I'm telling you straight out, there were no black folk, Negroes, and no Teepees nowhere. You never lived in no Teepees, and you know you didn't. So from this episode, from Teepees to slave boats to Negroes to Hebrews to Indians to blacks to African Americans, press 1.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
And y'all bouncing around. It's a good time for me to let me know this is exactly why you are insane. This is the greatest teachable moment in our life right here on the road. Share this video. Right here. Especially my 150 students. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button. Shout out to the people on my Patreon, patreon.com/KevGillsTV. Shout out to all 150 of my students. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So how did you go from Indian? They got to explain this now. How they went from Indian to slave. Because you know you wasn't a slave after the dolls rolled. So so how did you go from, see, everybody's caught in one big lie. This is what I call the Valley of Jehoshaphat. The world of lies and deception brought to one center place. Right here. Boy, if this ain't a biblical moment, I say God was going to put fish hooks in y'all mouth and pull you straight, nigga, and wheel you in like a fisher, like a true fisherman. You don't know nothing about fishing, little boys. Press 1, because you ain't got no father. You raised by your mama. You got the best shoes and haircut, that's for sure. That's what you do got. You even got weaves now because you was raised by your mama. Press 1. You got a weave full of dreads. Ain't even real. Press 1, just full of them. Yeah, bro. So you's a slave? I want to hear the slave narrative by the Hebrews. I need my Hebrew callers to call in and prove to me you was on a boat. And what boat? So I can tell you what boat. Not one Hebrew can even explain to you what boats y'all was on. But Mr. Gills have brought to you, I give to you, press 1, the White Star Line, J.P. Morgan, the asylum. You was in asylum. He ran the asylum, Mr. Banks. J.P. Morgan handled all your trust and all. Wait, we'll get back to that. I got a caller right here. Y'all looking for the slave boats? I got the slave boats. Coffee Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Hey, Kev. How you doing? It's Jennifer Washington.
What's going on? I'm blessed.
That's good. I'm glad. Again, I want to thank you for you gave us teaching ahead of this huge psyop.
Come on now.
And I want to just acknowledge that when I saw this whole thing unfolding, when I saw the poster and the art for it, and as soon as I saw the fist,
you knew.
I instantly went to the teaching that you gave us.
That's
and you
right.
have really saved a lot of us from falling for this because, you know, the fist, it was
That's
right
communist.
away. We knew the legal term, right? Yes. The Mordeman.
Come on, sister.
Yeah,
The clothes, the dead hand. Come on, they got you in the dead hand.
The dead black fist.
Come
and I was
on,
like,
the
wait
black
a minute.
fist, the death grip.
Yeah, I
Come
said
on,
that's
sister.
something that I said, and I even told people, I said, you know what? Something about it, I'm not sure what I'm sensing, but I said, when I watched Kev, he taught us about the legal term, so that symbol will instantly awaken us to know.
It's a sigil now for
this
you.
is a misdirection. It's like a misdirection.
Now, wait, now before you go further, now the media speculation is the spell. That's the magic. See, you fall for the magic, you won't see the legal stuff passing. That's why I'm telling all my religious people, they have to know the difference between the spell, the gospel, and scripture and law. You understand?
Yeah.
Because that's called Wonderland, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was able to, even though I have to say honestly, Kev, this is doing something to me a little bit. Like I'm in my feelings a little bit, only because I have a personal, like Jewish mother.
Say it again. You breaking up. You have a personal what?
What I'm saying is this did affect me a little, and I'm not upset because I was able to catch that because of your teaching. Yes. But what I was saying is that it is affecting me a little bit to watch. It's the optics of watching a black man being like destroyed. You know, the narrative that they're sending. It's to play that slave narrative of how they took the strong man, and they're playing like a whole, like it's theater, you know. And
it's a theater. It's a trauma bonding experience. It's the psycho. I call it psychotrauma because it affects you in your senses, but not physically. Okay. But it can cause disease. See, it'll cause disease in the body. You be at your body will feel low. Your confidence will be depleted listening to how you were defeated over and brought over by boats and this program over and over again, and then for it to be a lie is something else.
Wow.
See,
that is, you know, they really are doing a number on us because to put this much effort into this new psyop, I'm just looking at it being an observer, but like I said, it is getting me a little bit. I'm fighting it because I was saying before I cut out, I grew up with a Jewish stepmother. So she programmed me a lot about the Holocaust. She would read letters from her father, and it was like a weekly thing almost that he would send her letters about the Holocaust. And she would pull me in and read them, and we'd both be on the floor crying. Yeah. And, you know, I was like this real... You know what I'm saying? Both of us. And then when I would bring up the Negro Holocaust, she would chastise me. I was not allowed to do that. Never bring my people's thing and try to make it on par with hers. But I want to say, Kev, that today it dawned on me that all this time under that programming and having a Jewish stepmother, I have to ask now, why is it that we are told to never forget it and to hold it in a high, like in terms of crimes against humanity,
yes.
it's like number one,
yes.
but it never happened on this soil.
Yes.
It happened in Germany.
Yes, in Germany.
So why are we, we now afraid that, like all this anti-Semitism will cause them any danger? They've been gated
culprits
communities.
behind the mass deception and your fall are also behind the over-propagandizing of their rise. See, their whole banking empire comes from the gold they stole from here. Their sovereignty, and their whiteness in America comes from here. They're not even from here.
Wow.
You see?
I'm seeing now.
So you got to ask the question, how did they gain so much? Not all Jewish people, but I'm saying the powerhouses of the Jewish hierarchy, how did they gain so much control over human American resources in the banking and stock market and Swiss banking and all of this point of view? Well, that means they're in charge of our trust.
Okay. Wow. I see. It's really becoming more clear, and I want to thank you for that, because this even reminds me of when the Bible says a great deception will come over the people. This is a great. I think this is such a great deception.
This is the greatest deception.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I also want to tell you, Kev, when you were talking about the asylum, and I looked into it again, and I watched this little movie. It was called 10 Days in the Madhouse, about this woman named Nellie Bly. She was a reporter for Pulitzer, and they had crematoriums. I don't know if you mentioned it, but she went to Black Rose Island for the women's side, and in the movie they described crematoriums where they would just kill the people, just put them right down in the crematorium.
Because
I don't know.
They considered them they were in asylums, so they were unfit. They were unlawful, unfit. They probably had a disease, smallpox, in which the Red Cross gave it to them. A lot of our people were put and so much disease and put them in these hospitals and asylums for them to be thrown in the crematory. A lot of our actors, musicians of the old days of arts, they were placed in asylums. A lot of their music and all of their music was stolen and put inside of trusts.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is such an amazing crime, like a crime scene, Yeah. What do you see, Kev, like going forward? How do you see what's happening now with this? It's like another awakening. What do you see coming from it?
I mean, God wants this type of acknowledgement and pain to really make sense to them. So when they do cry out to Him, it'll be sincere. You're not just gonna cry out to Yah like a Hebrew Israelite. Oh no, you're gonna break with the information. You're gonna completely break. So what's next? Breaking. If you're not hurt and disturbed by what happened to you, and know that God is real, something is wrong with you. You're gonna break.
Amen.
Yeah, you break like Kevin broke.
Amen.
When he went to jail and seen all of the murderers who ain't coming home, you're gonna break like that. See, God wants you to break like I broke. When you're not just praying for you no more, you can see through why these brothers is even in this condition. You feel so bad for them. Let me pray for you.
Yeah.
You feel me? You're gonna break.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I've been weeping,
a spirit in you. Ain't no other way. He gonna put a spirit in you, and you gonna know He been here the whole time. Yeah, it's real. God is real.
I feel it. I feel it. I've been weeping, Kev. This is a season of weeping, and I haven't been weeping. I thought I couldn't cry anymore. I had become kind of like cut off with it. But I've been weeping when I read about Scott Joplin and different people, George Washington, who had the territory out in Washington State, who was kidnapped as a kid, orphaned. It's like when I'm now looking into these stories deeper, I am weeping, Kev.
They make more sense.
It is really hurting me. Yeah, it really does. So thank you. This is sackcloth and ash time. You know, we have to cry out. And like you said, we have to know. Break. Yeah, break. Okay.
Yeah, you're going to break. You're going to break because you don't know what happened. You just getting Kev's perspective and him trying to wake as many people up as he can. But a black Holocaust. It was the reason why that lady was sitting on the bed with you, acknowledging her Holocaust from way across the way. What about yours?
Right. Yep.
What about yours on this land?
Right. This is so heavy.
That's something else. So thank you for the call, sister.
Thank you. Bless you.
Yeah.
Bye.
From Teepees to slave. Yeah. So when I asked the brother yesterday, so you don't know that America is built off of Levitical and ecclesiastical law? No, man. Hebrew Israelite, bro. Why your hair cut, bro? He's dead. I'm alive, G. That's the thing. That's the thing about it. I believe in God for real, for real. I'm not forcing nobody. I'm not, lady, put some clothes on. Dress as you wish. Lady, change your clothes. Nigga, don't do this. Don't kill nobody. No, you should be aware of what you should be doing, bro. I tell you once or twice. Facts. You got once or twice. Let me show y'all something. Let me show you something. Let me show you a little brief of what I'm gonna be discussing over at Kyre University today. Now I'm gonna let my man holler at you. Now listen, we was just talking about the straw men and all that, but listen to him. Listen to him. Listen to Jordan Maxwell. Press 1.
You see, there are two kinds of law. This is a subject I love. I've been talking about this for years. There are two kinds of law on the earth that rule the whole world, but most people don't know that.
You heard him? Two kinds of law that rule the whole world. Two kinds. You ready? So we going from Bible, now we in the world law. All right? Come on.
All over the world, all governments are ruled by what is called civil law.
You heard him? Okay, civil law. What Kev over here teaching you right now?
Civil law goes
I told you was black. You civil litter mortis. You the only black dead people walking around. You so dead, everybody else alive.
To a Latin word, civili, which goes back to the word illy. Oh God, I mean, you go on for hours on this stuff. Civil law, which is called in all countries the law of the land. So you'll say, well, you can't do that because that's against the law of the land. The law of the land is civil law, Roman civil law, the law of the land. But there is a second law which also operates.
Now watch this. Watch the second law that took hold of the first.
It's all over the earth identical. It's called UCC.
Okay, so it's identical. It's a substitute. Is it on land? We'll see. It's a substitute law, kind of like an anti-copycat, right? This is the Satan law of the real civil law that you get when you become civilized right here in the homeland. We help you become civilized. And that's what your great grandmamas used to tell y'all, right? Well, we stood them upright, meaning we brought them into accordance of the law. Civil law. That don't mean, and it made them civilians. See? But you are sovereign. That's the difference between federal and royal. Not no fucking Disney made up story. But we'll get back to it.
Uniform Commercial Code.
Uniform Commercial Code. Man in the High Castle shit. Follow the uniforms.
That is the law of God.
Listen.
In the world of business.
That is the law of God in the world of business. Now listen to it. Listen to how that sound. That is the law of God in the world of business. Okay? So, but I told you, get you the scripture, because the law of God in the world of business is scripture God made into a business. 501(c)(3)s and corporations, and they pretty much killed God, the word, with business. But we'll get back to it.
I don't care if you're in Japan, in Africa, in China, in Istanbul, Turkey. If you have a company, if you have a corporation, if you are doing business where you buy and sell and make money, you are operating.
You are bound by you know who. Okay.
This earth under something called UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. Because if all countries worked on a different commercial code, then nobody could do business with anybody. You couldn't trust Japan to pay you. Japan couldn't trust America to pay them for the cars, because everybody has their own laws. Under the Caesars of Rome, they established under Caesar that all nations...
Under who? Of what? Of Rome. French. Or let's say the Catholics. Let's go.
In the empire that do business, everybody
under the sea. And when you got the bull or the dog or the children, remember I told you ISIS with the Madonna, with the kid with the titty, that's the same thing. It's moon worship. That's why I don't say it because the Black Madonna, I don't like my sisters and my queens and nothing like that. I'm telling you because I know what you doing. I'm not telling you because I'm against your witchery. It's nothing to my brain. Your witchery means nothing to me. I'm trying to save you from your stupidness. And forget your witchery. It's nothing. Ask Maya. She'll tell you this nigga blessed, G. She'll tell you this nigga blessed, G. This nigga Kev blessed. More blessed nigga people ever seen, G. Blessed, G. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to wait. This is what you were. The Black Madonna is nothing more but a representation of the bull, the Papa Bull, or the papacy. You worship the teachings of Peter. This is facts, G. The first Pope, the first Caesar, press 1, Peter the Great of the Vatican.
That all nations.
The one Jesus called Satan. The one Jesus said, I was going to give you the kingdom anyway. What do you think the Magna Carta and stuff is all about? It's an outer play of what happened biblically. He said I was going to give it to you anyway. It's written in law. I was going to give you liberty anyway. You were going to become, but we'll get to it.
In the empire that do business, everybody plays on a level field. If you do business in Africa with China, you pay them. And if Africa does business with American companies, you pay them. You pay whatever it is you're doing business. You don't mess around. The most severe law in this world is called UCC, Uniform Commercial Code. It's the Bible of business on the earth.
Okay, so you got the natural order of things, scripture, what God said. Then you have the law of business, which is antichrist or antitrust or anti-you. Natural law. Is it a carbon copy to get you involved in that to lose your blessing, which you already have? It's to get you involved in maritime admiralty law. The moment you get involved with banking and loans, you're stuck.
Uniform Commercial Code. Uniform Commercial Code is based directly on Vatican canon law.
The Roman. That's right. So write this down. Vatican, Canaan. Who the Canaanites? So let me stop right here. Let me stop right here. So who the Canaanites? Okay. These are the people who abide by the law of Canaan. Press 1. That's why I'm different. That's why I'm telling you directly. Those who abide by the law of Canaan. The Bible was warning you of the people of commercial of the UCC code. I said the Bible is telling you, watch, he's giving you all of the plays of Rome. The Bible is telling you, Rome, UCC code, maritime law, the beast, Leviathan, nigga, the belly of the beast is telling you through story how to identify by law, which you're supposed to give your sons to, how to identify this enemy, this beast, this satanic beast of foreign international baking, of no soul. We get back to it.
Canon law.
Every corporation bows to this.
When a
even
ship
your church
pulls into port.
Hold on. Before I even go there, your church bows. It's UCC. It's your church. Press 1 is the church. I don't care what your pastor of your church is. I don't care what his name is. I don't care what his personality is. He's an operative. He's a bishop. Press 1. I said he's a bishop of the beast. That's what I said. I'm a man. That's why I can say it. A legal standing man. That's why. He's a beast. I don't care what his tie, his coat. I don't care how smooth he look. I don't care how much admiration you got for him. He's a beast, and you's a beast follower. That's what it is. That's what it is. So why, like Pac said, why you got these kids' mind thinking that they evil? Press 1. Why the Pope sitting there? Remember, Pac told you, should we cry when the Pope dies? What? When the Queen died, my request, we should cry if they cried when we buried a real nigga named Malcolm X. Press 1. But y'all, that's why I can't deal with niggas no more, bro. I can deal with my brothers in Christ, bro. I can't deal with niggas. Because they don't understand where we at mentally. They don't understand the war. Spiritual, mental, your soul. Illuminati wants your mind, body, and soul. That's what this is.
On Vatican.
So you sell your soul. You sold your soul when you became UCC. You were sold unknowingly by your birth parents. You were sold unknowingly, family. It is what we born into, moon worship. Press 1. We are born, and moon worship is what? Uh-oh, Kevin Mo. What is moon worship? Moon worship is sin. Sin and moon worship. The god of the moon is Isis, Osiris, and the other one, the Trinity. Press 1. Got them, not the real Trinity, not the real Father, Son, and the Spirit of Truth, the Holy Spirit, to do what it does. No, this is a UCC format. You see, so while you dreaming religiously in allegorical format, right where they want you to make you insane, meaning not make you capable of handling your affairs, because you daydream all day. You really think that a white man, tell them, Sadnetta, they're going to come out, they're going, you crazy. That's why Side say you Negroes is crazy. They a dumb Shriner playing a dumb trick on your simple mind. Press 1, you are crazy. You are. I'm going to show you how in a second. But I'm going to show you how you birthed this. This is when they just started. It didn't happen way back in 13 AD. Fuck that. It just happened.
Law on the Roman canon law. Consequently, when a ship pulls into port.
Now, wait a minute. You know what Canaan law was? They sacrifice and burn to Baal, the bull. Press 1. They take their firstborns and sacrifice. Press 1. Oh, see, here we go. Now listen to this. Now this is how they got you. They turned the religious, right, into not to nothing, and they got the real human person introducing himself into UCC code. Now this is how they get you. They get you at birth. Now watch this. Watch how you line up with UCC. They take God's creature and turn him against himself. Now watch this.
Canon law. Consequently, when a ship pulls into port.
When the ship pulls into port.
It pulls in and stops, and it's called in its birth.
And it's called, it is birthed.
The ship is now
like a birth.
in its birth. because it is on the law of the high seas, or commercial maritime, UCC commercial law.
Because it is on UCC commercial law, you are product, cattle. Press 1. Listen. And because you didn't know. But listen.
Rules the seas. So when the ship pulls into its berth, the first thing the captain must do is to present a certificate of manifest to the port authorities, which means that the port authorities need to know how much is on this ship that you're bringing into our country and our economy. How many TVs, how many cars.
So you got twins, quadruplets. Go ahead.
Whatever you're bringing, how much are you bringing into our economy?
Or how many people you bringing back into our economy? Let's say you went over the war, came back, lost the war, came home, and then you're being birthed. And they saying, how many of these people you bringing back? That's how many certificates they need. You get coming back to your own to own land is now federalized, and you, what the fuck? You don't know.
So you have to have a certificate of manifest of what is the value of your ship here. What are you doing? Consequently, when you are born, you come out of your mother's water. Therefore, you must have a birth certificate, a certificate of manifest, because you are a corporation-owned item. You are a human resource.
See? You are a corporation-owned item. So what ship trafficked you? Press 1. And who owns your... Hold on.
This goes back to the German Nazi concept.
It goes back to the what? German Nazi concept. Press 1. Say, Kev told us. It goes back to the Nazi census and counting and knowing and what the hell are y'all doing? We had birth records, not birth certificates. We knew what was going on. If there's no birth certificate, there's no birth record. That's how they see. So you can genocide a whole nation. Shit, there ain't no birth record. Press 1.
Every human coming out of their mother's water must be birthed. And therefore you have to have a certificate, a manifest, to see how much this individual is going to make for us in our new world order.
See?
I'm telling you
the
that
New World Order is America. That's Russia, Germany, Sweden. That's all the 50 nations against you. That is the New World Order.
until you understand the laws, the symbols, the emblems, what these words mean, you're never going to suspect how far gone we really are. Did you know, for instance, that your birth certificate is a security on the stock exchange?
Now, who put that there?
In the New York stock market. Did you know that?
Stock market.
Because if you order your birth certificate, get a new one, order your birth certificate, it'll only cost you, sometimes it's free, it'll only cost you a few dollars, order your birth certificate. On your birth certificate, all birth certificates in this country, on the bottom, it will tell you this is printed on security papers. Do not accept it not on full color security paper. Then on the right hand corner, you will always have a series of numbers, red.
Look, somebody in the chat room said, you are the gold. You are the currency. Yes. Yes, sir. Follow the yellow brick road.
Numbers printed on the birth certificate. Those numbers are a security stock exchange number on the World Stock Exchange.
Okay, so I want you to know the Germans and the Russian Jewish folk who run that stock exchange in New York and in London. The Swedish and the Dutch and all the other nations, and all running the stock exchange off of names that's not theirs. Okay?
You go to any good stock office and ask them, check these numbers in your computer and see how much this stock is worth, the certificate. And they will check it on the New York Stock Exchange and find your birth certificate is a stock on the stock exchange in America. Why? Because you are worth money to the international bank that bought you in 1930. We need to wake up.
The international bank that bought you in 1930. Wow. 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 Things insane. Have we not been on this road? Have we not been on this road? Press 1. in the 1930s that bought you. I told you Grover Cleveland gave the gold to J.P. Morgan. He's talking about the banksters. I'm talking about the German and Russian Jews who did this to you and playing around like they don't know why you poor. Well, let Mr. Gillespie, press 1, tell you why we poor, Jewish man. Monopoly face. Press 1. See? Once you see, you don't judge a man by his skin tone or the color of his skin, but by the content of his character, by the seeds. Well, we go even biblical with it, but by the seeds, the fruit bear, the tree bear. Press 1, and this is the tree. This is the tree. This is the fruit y'all bear. So while we gang banging in the street, cool. All blacks is this one, cool. We gonna eat that. Right? What? Fine. Black. Non-existent refugee from America. By America. Goddamn it. Whatever. One thing about your seed is, and your fruit, see, that means children. See, the seed is, you see, the seed is Adolf Hitler when he said, when I'm dead, I'm going to start World War III. That's a seed. See, you got the children of Hitler, Hitler's youth. You got all of them, nigga. You got Stalin in them, bro. You got all of them, bro. That are seeds of children of Holocaust folk. And I don't mean the victims of the Holocaust. I mean the people who are sick enough to put flamethrowers to innocent civilians. Press 1. Germans and Russians. These two people who the Jews are definitely the same bloodline. Tell me they're not Germans and Russians. Get out of town. Press 1. Jewish people who call themselves Jews today are Germans and Russians. Okay? All of their genealogy goes right to Germany and Russia. All of them are the people. What you think, Adolf Hitler? You think people just went extinct when Hitler melted somewhere? You didn't ever found them? You think people just went extinct? Oh, they must be better. No, they can't. They was right here in America the whole time. You heard little peanut head ass Shapiro. My grandparents been here since 1907. Right up the Russian Revolution. Just what I was looking for. How Wall Street funded the Bolshevik Revolution. Press 1. Yeah, just what thank you, Big Mouth. That's what I like to hear. The honesty. I want to place you here at the time of the revolution and after. That's my job, is to place you here. Now, I'm like the first 48. I'm the Black Columbo. Nigga, I'm that Mason woman on first 48. I'm just trying to put you on the scene. I'm not, listen, cry, let it out. Press 1.
This is serious stuff.
Let it out. Why y'all trying to act like y'all wasn't nowhere around?
Security.
They use, just like I was saying, they use your common law, and then there's commercial law. You see? Admiralty law. You see? There's God's law. You know what God and Lord and all. Okay, there's God's law, and then there's God's law, there's common law, and there's civil law. And then there's the law of the sea. You ever heard that song? Under the sea, under the sea. That's the law. That's how Ursula got you. How Ursula get Ariel? Press 1. How did Ursula become the queen of the ocean? Who did she get it from? How did Ursula, that's the Queen of England, how did she get it? She stole the souls of what? Press 1. Disney tells you all of the stories. You know, how many people, we finna wake up right now. Disney, I was gonna have class today, but I'm having class right now. Disney tells you all of the stories on how you in an asylum, how you crazy. You wanna see? You wanna see? Yeah, we got different knowledge. We deep for real. We not just conspiracy, we deep for real. Yeah, we don't got conspiracies you don't watch your whole life and tired of the same old conspiracy 9/11 videos about Tataria? Oh, gee, I got you. Don't worry. I'll show you something you ain't never seen before. It's the purpose of the show. Press 1 and to give people an opportunity to see it all unveiled. I like the way that sounds. I'm becoming more superheroes. I'm finding all of the slogans like Adam Man. You know how they tell superheroes, man, you gotta have a punchline or something, bro. I get that, man. You gotta word that shit right, bro. You doing it right, bro. Now you gotta add the you ain't got like the rock eyebrow or something you can do. Smoke this blunt. Do that right there. Just do that. That's what you gotta do. And play your position. You feel me? Now I'm finna show y'all something. I'm finna wake even my enemies is sitting right there. My favorite trolls is like, damn, bro, I'm getting tired of trolling Kev. Press 1. He's actually anticipating me right now. But listen, get your notebooks out, and when you got your notebook and number 2 pencil or another tab on Google, press 1. I told you was crazy in civil liter mortis, right? Dead in law. Right, I'm going to give you enough information to last you a lifetime. Right here, right now. And you finna jump all the way to the next level, baby. Press 1. All the way. There is no look back after this. I already told you civil lortis. You civil liter mortis, and you mean you dead like this, walking around dead. Don't mean nothing. You're black. Tyreek Nasheed calls you black. All these blacks call you black. Everybody call you black. Press 1. When you got your open tab, you finna write this down. You finna Google this. We finna do it together. Now I told you that's all Wonderland, aka Disneyland. But when you call don't Disneyland got a show called Wonderland? Press 1. Don't they got what is the definition of Wonderland? Press 1. Don't Disney got Wonderland as well? Huh? And what is it called? Alice in Wonderland. Press 1. Alice in Wonderland. And what did Morpheus tell Neo? Ain't you feeling like you in Alice in Wonderland by now? Press 1. Why did he say that? And then the scene cut. Where are they? Some fucking asylum, some old ass asylum, some damn where. Press 1. And he start kicking it real. He tripping. Nah, hell no. He going crazy because that's Morpheus is the dream state. But we'll get back to that. That's another thing. And he tells him, follow the white rabbit. Press 1. They on the computer. Boop, 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 boop. He get there to the asylum by following the white rabbit. What does the white rabbit symbolize? Press 1.
Not like this. Not like this.
What does the white? I feel like the architect with that little thing in his hand, but it's my blunt. You said I'm over here doing some architect shit. What does the white rabbit symbolize, family? You feel me? You gotta know this. Now I'm finna give it to you. I'm finna give it to you right now. This is the deepest shit. Dan Calloway ain't give it to you. Shout out to them. Shout out to my Indian, bro. Y'all know I'm talking shit. I go like that. You feel me? Shout out to Charleston White too, cuz need help. I'm trying to save y'all from being retarded like Charleston. I don't want y'all to be like Charleston. Press 1. Need to be in an asylum. Never gonna be just talking, just sick and yeah. I don't want you to know why. I don't want y'all to be like him no more. Press 1. I don't want y'all to be like little black Confederates. I know they almost won. I know they losing. I know y'all losing faith, bro. Don't do it, bro. God don't ever let us go that far, bro. Y'all gotta have some faith out here. Y'all about to lose it out here. Jesus Christ. Woo! Woo! My man. So let me quit clowning because y'all know me. I like to put on a little show before I get to the truth. But look, get this. Open up this tab. I'm going to show you with Alice in Wonderland and the White Rabbit. Where did he follow the White Rabbit? Right here to Wonderland. Because the White Rabbit symbolizes Wonderland. Disney. You know, don't they all got the White Rabbit on them? You see, no compass mentis. Write this down. Not non. Just write this down. Compass mentis. I want the other half of the classroom to type in non-compass mentis. Okay? Well, you ain't got to type it in because non-compass mentis is Wonderland.
Not like this.
I got you.
Not like this.
So Wonderland, non-compos mentis, write this down, you guys. Not legally responsible because of insanity. Press 1. 2, not able to think clearly. Number 3. No, wait. Yeah, not able to think clearly. Press 1. Not able to think clearly. Not competent. Not this one. Not able to handle one's own affairs. Not sane. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. It's embarrassing. It's almost like, because remember I told you, you're in Wonderland. You in Wonderland. You ain't never had no teacher tell you that? Okay? So you're in Disney's Wonderland and you're insane. Do you understand that? You believe in life the way Disney told you to. You believe in time the way Disney told you to. The way you look at life is from a childlike Disney fantasy world where ducks are real. Fucking Chippendale Rescue Ranger is real. You teach your kids these things. Now this is the curse. This is what I told you about Disney. This is what I've been talking about. Okay? So, what does compos mentis mean? Anybody? Could you call it in, please? Not Wonderland, not non-compos mentis. You want to be compos mentis, correct? Anybody? Go ahead and call it in. Do not type it in. We call in correct answers. What does compose mean? This is something you ain't never gonna learn. Nobody ain't gonna teach you this. I'm giving you the secret to these movies. Alice in Wonderland. Come on now. Y'all supposed to be Googling, right? Okay. Compos mentis, having full control over one's mind. Sane. Okay? So at this moment in your life, you are in Wonderland. Do you understand? I ain't gonna call you insane. Because you're gonna tell me what Einstein said, a made up character. From Alice in Wonderland. I'm telling you, what it is. You are insane. You are in Wonderland because you believe in love the way Disney told you. You believe in family the way Disney told you. You believe in law the way Disney and its puppet government told you. You believe in this one. You believe in God the way Disney told you to believe in God. Press 1. You believe in Satan because of the way you think Satan is big and bull with red horns when there's a big red man over there sitting in the papacy, the Papa Bull. See? Mickey Mouse is raising the kingdom of the papacy right here in God's kingdom. Hell on earth. That's what's going on. And you don't know. So guess what? You don't know because you're in Wonderland. Of sound mind. Listen to me. Okay? Of sound mind. In Wonderland, nothing but fear. Come on, press 1. You know I'm telling the truth. In Wonderland, nothing but fear. Y'all know I'm right. In Wonderland, and Alice in the Wonderland, and the what's the other one with Michael Jackson? You just can't win. Nothing but fear. Correct? That's what keeps you in Wonderland. Everybody can attest to this. You never heard this, or no conspiracy, never, nowhere. We telling you this. This Kev Rowe University. For all the students. They don't even come to class. It's for all y'all, too. So you live your life in fear and in Wonderland and afraid. And I'm sitting up here telling you, why are you scared? Because you in Wonderland. And I know why. Fear. But I'm showing you there's nothing to fear but fear itself, G. I'm showing you. God has made me living proof. Nigga, you don't fear death, bro. I could have died 3-4 times over in 1 year. Nigga. Presenting you this truth, G. I'm trying to tell you. This is the truth, G. So Compost Mentis is having full control over one mind, sane, all that. So you are incompetent. They murdered you in law and put you here and genocided you in civil law. They genocided you and made you black in law. You walking around saying I'm dead because you're in Wonderland. You are dead. You're civilly dead because you fucked around and fought for somebody else's civil rights. You gave them your sovereignty. You gave them the right to step on you. You gave them the right to do everything God told you in Deuteronomy was going to happen to you if you didn't obey the law that he put. Told you. You are a biblical figure every day of your life, G. You are part of this whole Bible and George Washington, the law. You're part of this whole thing. You just don't know it because you're dead. Because you in Wonderland. That's why Kyre is going from Indian to African. Why? Because they want him there. They don't need you to know who you are. They don't need you to. They want you to know that if there was a boat made on earth, you didn't make it. You wasn't nowhere around. You was a slave in Africa. You was a savage Indian. You was anything that may cause you to be adopted by one of our federalized tribes when you got to know the federal government in Disneyland who got you in Wonderland. See? And the white rabbit is the keeper of time. Was it not? Huh? So if you want to know the truth, you follow time. Because the truth is in the time. See, if you follow the rabbit and you get, see, maritime law. See? That's different. That hit different, don't it? From 63rd. I ain't tell them I'm from 63rd. That's different right there. And you be able to think of things differently. It's embarrassing that we can be used this way and put in UCC commercial code and don't know how to swim. That's why Ice Cube, dumbass, said big fish in a small pond, because we don't know how to swim. We need to be tugged in and have our umbilical cord, well, not tugged in. We come in tugged. They cut the umbilical cord so you're forever lost at sea by way of UCC. You stuck in time. Time immemorial, the white rabbit. They want you to think about time immemorial so you'll be in time. You hear me? You don't want to be in time. You want to be out of time, don't you? You want to be out of UCC is time, maritime. That's why you got to be here at a certain time. You got to go to work every day at this time. You better drop it off at this time. Everything is ran by time. Business. God is going to give you a new birth. Huh? Then what do you think a baptism is? What do you think a new baptism? What do you think being accepted into a new kingdom is all about? You need a new birth. That's what a resurrection is. Because you're dead. Press 1. Coffee and Kush TV. I'm too real for them. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, afternoon, Kyre. This is Troy.
What's up, Troy?
Hey, I'm calling about the White Rabbit conversation.
Go ahead, champion.
I looked up just like what the idea of the White Rabbit meant symbolically as far as European culture. And it says that European culture is in White Rabbit is something that's considered so lucky that it is something that is transformed into a kind of a blessing. And that the White Rabbit is a character rise inside of in Alice in Wonderland as a character that was damnably late or always being late or outside of time.
This is what we were talking about.
Exactly.
But he was always. But it was a miraculous moment being out of time.
Yes.
It had to be.
Yes.
I've never even watched it, but I get it.
I get it on a whole nother level now. That's why I called you. I was like, man, hold up, man. Let me look at this, man. Bro, yeah.
So you're able to operate in time and out of time. That's what that's what they did when they split the waters.
And Neo started following the White Rabbit, pulled him outside of time.
Go ahead. Now say it again. Say it again, sir.
Neo started following the White Rabbit, and it pulled him outside of time, outside of the illusion.
That's amazing.
He was sitting at home on a computer, trapped inside of his normal routine.
Passed out, hacking on the computer for hours. He get the message, follow the White Rabbit. He followed the White Rabbit, and it does what? He's offered a choice.
Mm-hmm. See, he was already living a duplicitous lifestyle. He works in corporate America during the day, but at night, he's bootlegging and selling shit because
he doing everything. Every law commercially he breaking. Cause bootlegging, he got the weed. He got every damn thing you're not supposed to have, and he a nerdy person too. Like, damn, he got all the thugs coming to him and all type of shit. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's what he's like. He's already torn between that world. It's like, hey, you're split in two. You playing on the black and the white side. Let me follow this White Rabbit, come out of time all the way, and look at this whole thing in one thing, as opposed to you go back and live in your chopped in half life where you halfway here, halfway there. You playing.
And you're going to fuck around and be arrested, and you're going to be in federal prison. Now, what he tell him? One of these lives ain't going to survive.
Yep.
So it made him play the game. And he couldn't make the call because he couldn't speak.
He couldn't speak. They took away his freedom of speech.
Well, it wasn't even that. He said, sure, you make a call, but what good does a call do when you can't speak?
Yeah, can you make a call?
Yeah, but you don't even you're in commercial. You don't even know the legal game that you're playing. You're coming in private as a debtor and a secure party, as they would say. It's like that. Like you're trying to be a criminal and a good guy. You gonna play the game, or you not gonna play the game? Are you gonna be against it? Are you gonna be a criminal or a rebel? And damn, bro, this shit is deep. That shit deep.
Shit,
That shit deep.
that shit's super deep. And,
But then the Merovingian told him that in order to have time, one must take time.
And that's what I liked about the new Matrix movie, you know, with the whole tale. They brought the Merovingian back, but it basically highlighted how much a Neo was a slave to time. He was trapped inside of a life, same routine, and then he didn't even know what he looked like to everybody else. He thought he looked in the mirror and saw one reflection inside his own mind, and the whole world sees him as like a walking around dead man. Damn it!
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you lost inside of your own imagination, and the rest of the world just sees you as just like a little drone just walking around.
Oh
so
my goodness! Like a homeless bum. And in your mind, you the man.
He's the man. He's sitting up there like, oh, you're the creator of the number one thing and this and da whatever. You got a life, and you know everything. Take your life is picture perfect, but that picture was the whole illusion. Just
so, man, since I'm talking to you, could the Matrix, the Matrix is more like a person not knowing law at a specific age and was supposed to and didn't know how this system really worked. Red pill, blue pill, UCC, common law. You know, truth, lie, deception. You know what I'm saying? Which way you want to go? You want to believe this or not? You can go back and go right your ass right back to work. And that shit is nothing.
Code versus law. You know, common law, black law. Then you got UCC, them codes and operations and
all operating within maritime.
Right. Within maritime law. So, like the gate, they got you out the gate. You ain't never touched down nowhere. You touched down at the hospital. You know what I'm saying? They got you bonded from the get-go. And then they track your performance all throughout your life. And they're like, hey, if this bond is not performing, we got somewhere where we can throw it where it can perform at a set rate for us. You know?
Cheaper.
So,
and by way of the 13th Amendment, they all be criminal.
The whole everybody in here is working, paying taxes.
Well, let's just say even deeper than that. Let's just say the black criminal. We're talking genocide here. So genocide by way of civil orders, by way of civil death. I mean, if you're a civilian and you're civilly dead, I mean, they got you.
You've been civilly written out of society. You know,
you haven't, but you're claiming you're black.
That status is black, like we were saying the other day. That's redacted. You blacked out. You know what I'm saying?
You blacked out.
We don't talk about that.
You're classified. Oh my gosh.
Yep. And like someone in the comments earlier said, that's why the whole and I thank you for this, man, because the reparations argument is nothing without you got to know what happened to you first before you get the money, man. You got to know what happened. Like, you are the money. Once you realize you are the money, it's like, damn, they could never pay me. I'm the instrument that they was negotiating.
Yes.
How could I pay myself?
Yes. There you go. They can't. I am the money. I am you are the commodity. They've been stock bonded and stock trading your name since the fall.
And see, now that everything is on paper and shit, and people, I can buy stocks and build your wealth and cash flow this and that. Like, you're like, dude, do you even know what you even playing with?
Don't.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you just minuscule selling slavery.
They let you play the game now, and now you think, okay, I'm gonna be a mogul in this. Do you even know what this shit is? Are you trying to be a mogul?
Yeah, you want to go public? Oh, okay, Kanye, come here. What's your name? Come on, go sign here, right here, copyright this whole franchise. Thank you.
That's why that fool ain't Kanye no more. That's why he gay. He don't even own Kanye West no more.
That's what I'm saying. He took his name and went public. That's the epiphany of Satan taking you to the hills and I give you everything, and like, nah, bro, but he do like, yeah, all right, for sure, I'll sell these shoes. I'll join up. I'll make my name public and go corporate and be the, now look.
Yep. And they all just eat. It's just like these people own the whole industry. They can put you in. Okay, and we'll put you in the contract. Oh, he's a billionaire now. Take him out the contract. He's no longer a billionaire.
Watch this. Now this food done destroyed our brand. We got insurance on this. Blame Kanye. Look what he did.
Yep. Yep. They definitely cashing out on.
That's how you cash out.
Like Kanye look like he's alive, but it's like they're negotiating over his dead body on the table.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And see, Kanye's got to remember, just because they gave you a sermon to let you out of coma and let you out the coma for a while, you still sleep. You still going right back into the catacomb. Into the
hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Wonderland. That's what his doctor.
That's what I'm trying to tell Candace Owens. Bring your goofy fine ass over here. Press one. Go ahead.
Get away from them. Like, that's what I'm realizing, man. These folks trying to be like, you want to be famous in the in crowd is the insane asylum. They just monitor in front of everybody and they make that shit look glamorous.
Yes, the in crowd is like the insane asylum, the high schoolish, childlike mentality, the gang mob mentality.
Yeah. And it's like all these rappers, all these TV shows, they all out here still dressing like, they dress like the upperclassmen. They all wear Letterman. They got designer jackets that look like Lettermans and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
everybody want to go to prom every weekend.
Every weekend, motherfuckers going to prom. The club photos is like with the little backdrop and shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
My man said, oh my goodness. When you think about what we're doing from a civil letter mortis lawful manner, we're just biblically destroyed. This is how God wants us to see. Like, whoa, we're dead? Yes. We're dead.
There's nothing here that there's nothing here.
When God said you can't serve two masters, ain't nothing in the world, don't go out there in the wilderness and get your ass stuck out there in Wonderland for 40 years. All of us, we all go out into Wonderland, believe in Disney lifestyle, right? And then we get older and realize, wait a minute, we've been duped.
not all of us, because you see all the kids out here, the whole I can grow up and still be a princess even though I'm not royal and I'm 40 years old and go to work at the office every day. What about me as royal? What about me as a princess? But you still gonna run out here saying I'm a princess, I'm a queen, I'm a black king, and they're like, no, you live the life of a peasant.
Stop it. Well, peasant, that's too high up for them. They in the asylum. You feel me?
They gave you a broom and said, sweep this corner over there. When you get done, I'm going to let you work on that next corner next week. Thank you. That's my broom.
All of our women every week got the tightest dress. All of them singing the same song. Oh, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch.
Yeah, and the tight clothes and stuff they don't realize. You think that's sexy, but you're dressing up as an executioner. You wearing execution bondage torture clothes.
Yeah, they wearing all that. Mm-hmm. And they know it too. They know it too. That's why I'm having a blast talking about it. All this.
The shit is mad. It's crazy when you can see it, man. Like that. Like what they got you walking down a runway in something that somebody that just chop somebody's head off with a king is wearing type shit. And you making that high fashion.
But not even
attire.
that. The children of Israel, the daughters of Israel, walking around like prostitutes. People sitting down having dinner. Whole families, they around on Instagram dancing around, dress showing half they thong, and they think they looking good for the gram. They just advertising themselves as they just like modern prostitutes now. I'm not dating no prostitutes.
But then it's worse because the technology, it's not even like back in the day, okay, she looked like a hoe or she got that look about her. It'd be nerdy girls nowadays that just they would have never been out there like that, but the fact that they got a phone, they can hide behind the screen and
you got to bring them out of that. They got to want to come out of that.
But man, if you young right now, if you just like, man, everybody want to see me, I can make $20,000-$30,000 a month selling, pictures of my body and shit. That's gonna be a lot to overcome.
I ain't talking to them. I'm talking to the older females. Them they daughters. I'm talking to their mamas.
Oh well, shit,
the ones who right there talking about where you going. Can I go too?
Yeah, them the ones they gotta be the mama and stop trying to be the daughter friend and shit. You can't make up on lost time. You got to be the adult.
But you see, now listen to what you said. Now, it's the reason why our sisters is like that. Now, look, what they say in the Matrix. They keep her, in the last Matrix, they keep her in the material world, wanting and spending, wanting more and spending, wanting more and spending, wanting more. So she's caught up in commercial UCC. She about business, 24/7, business. Gotta have my own, gotta get this $900 weave, whatever the shit is. But I'm saying, that's the thing, is to have
Trinity
her
have to lose,
on materialism.
Have to lose her whole mind to get rid of to denounce, because everything around her, like, I'm perfect.
That's what I'm saying. This world and constructed. The bankers have constructed this whole entity around the expense of how black women spend and how black people spend.
Mm-hmm. I know women will be
if you get into a relationship, you're gonna spend all your money. I don't even know why Manosphere is tripping. You're gonna spend all of it. You know why?
Yeah. Why?
Because that's what she's gonna make you do naturally. Because she's programmed.
That's what a relationship is in the Matrix.
Yeah, because if you don't, I'm gonna get mad or something, and you don't love me if I get mad, and that means you didn't do nothing. So it's pretty much the training of an American Negro by the women. Remember the Bible say the women gonna be placed over you?
Yeah. Yep. And the happy wife, happy home.
Yeah, bro. Happy wife, happy life. Better not say nothing, get smacked in your mouth. Huh?
She's right no matter what. I don't argue with her. She's right no matter what.
Even your mama ask you, but what you do? What the fuck I do? You my mama. What did I do? You're my mama. What the fuck you talking about? What I do?
I'm trying to get some advice from you, and I'm arguing with her all over because you taking her time. Golly.
And you already on 18?
I thought I hung out with you.
She beat you to your own mama and shit. I already know. Don't come over my house. Just go on back home out. Wait a minute. Wait one goddamn minute. This is the most narcissistic shit I ever heard of right here. That's his life though. And if we as like males, say it, what you say?
Yeah, you at the bottom and it's like to prove yourself up versus it's like, no, you should recognize that having a man in your life is going to bring some value.
Oh, yeah.
Don't make him earn his way like it's a job.
Oh, yeah, I'm not earning my way. I'm out of it.
It's kind of like hard. The society allows the society allows women that you want to support your man, or do you want to be a part of the planter class and put your man to work and put him to jail and have him sending you money?
Hell yeah, that's what they need you. That's why they call baby mamas. Well, your baby mama put you in jail so fast if you obey her slavery order. She will call the police, nigga. You would be paying restitution to the state and her for 18 years. So then you're going to find out, like Kanye said, the 18 years, you're going to find out the kid ain't even yours.
Man.
But that's the life of an American male. That's the life of an American male. Manosphere shit. Stand up, Manosphere. Fuck.
Yeah, be responsible. Step up and be responsible for other people's mistakes and their lack of accountability. And just let them run over you because you the man.
No, because you can handle it. See, you're a man. I had one cousin. I gave her the whole rundown. She just looked like nigga, just take your ass back home and deal with it. It's okay. You a man. I'm like, oh, this is some weird shit. We don't have support teams.
No.
You know
that's
that,
why,
right?
That's why old niggas losing their mouths, man. That nigga done probably been hurt by everybody he ever met.
Oh,
I can't even blame him for being out there. I can't even blame him. You like, fuck it. At least some pigeons ain't be cussing me out, throwing me in jail. Throw them some bread, they be cool. Everybody else.
Man, Richard Pryor said it best, man. He said this love shit, man, to have a male walking out, he get hit by a bus just across the street. He got his heart broken. Bam, bus hit him. Bam, walking up the street, hand in his pocket, just lost. It should have fucked you up nowadays. Eddie Murphy said it in a stand-up comedy. I think it was Delirious. He said, if you bring an African woman over here, she gonna fucking meet one of these American women. And you know, I'm not happy, Eddie. Remember that shit?
Eddie.
I'm not happy. What the? He said, bitch, I found you in the depths of the jungle of Africa. Bitch, what you talking about? You don't hang out with your fucking sister and shit.
She done went out and then she done became an American woman overnight. But say that's what the manosphere, they up there acting like they're going to find a woman somewhere.
I promise
like that.
you,
Say, bro,
if the manosphere, if mediocre tutorial bring that clip out, I'm joining the manosphere. That is the funniest shit ever. That's the funniest. Eddie Murphy called that shit a long time ago. These modern women, fuck Kevin Samuels, go watch Eddie Murphy Delirious or some shit. That nigga told you, man. But thank you for the call, champion. I appreciate your call, man. I enjoy you every time you do call. Champ, thanks.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you,
man. I enjoy that, brother. Every time you call. Bullshit aside. 424-209-9506. Any and everything is on the line. Any and everything is on the line. Is this a man bash women channel? Oh, lovely. Stop it. Oh, do I look like I need to bash women? Press 1. If you're a woman and you stand with Kev Gills, press 1. Here come the feminists. Excuse me, ladies. Is he bashing us? No, Marcy from fucking Al Bundy. No, you take your fucking LGBT feminist group somewhere else. Press 1. There is no feminism in heaven. Press 1. There is no LGBTQ feminism in heaven. There is no LGB nothing. Ain't no woman feminism groups. God hates Marcy Darcy's. God hates feminist groups. Oh yeah, especially the ones that come from Germany and Yugoslavia who here to overthrow God's people. He hates them. That's why I speak against Russian and Germans and their banking economies, which enslaved the colonial Americans. No Russian and German could ever, and Polish person could ever tell me I'm not a colonial American because I'm not an Indian or African and I didn't come with them. Press 1. I'm Mr. Gillespie. You better check my resume. Press 1. You better check my resume. Coffee and Kush TV. You're on the air.
Hi, this is lovely. So I was not saying that it's a. Well, I was just trying to understand because I clicked on, I see one thing on the title, and then when I click on, I'm hearing about all these baby mamas and things like that, which do hold ground in fact. And I was just asking a question.
So you thought we was? I didn't put you on nothing. I don't do that. So you thought we was women bashing?
No, I was just asking. Is this what this channel was about? Because what the title says and what we're talking about is two completely different things.
Who is we? Who is we?
I guess your audience and yourself.
Why are you so upset?
I'm not upset. Why do you feel that I'm upset?
Because you ain't on subject. You ain't talking about nothing. What you talking? You talking about yourself. We talking about from Teepees to Slave.
I'm not talking about myself.
Yeah, you talking about the chat room. Say something. What's on your mind? You ain't that fine that we say something.
I you're trying to be conflictual. I'm trying to understand.
What do you have to say? What do you have to say, ma'am? What do you have to say?
I'm sorry. I was just trying to understand.
Ma'am, what do you have? Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
I apologize.
Don't be sorry. For what?
But thank you for taking my call.
Well, get off my show then, right now.
Bye.
Get out of here, scram, brother. One. People always in their emotions when they come to. It's different when I do it. Why you block me? We're talking about the most incredible information. Only thing she worried about. Why you block me? Girl, if you was my neighbor, press 1. I'll have a word with you personally. Press 1. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Talking about what we talking about. She ain't even mentioned nothing. We ain't talking about nothing. Shout out to Miss Crystalline. Shout out to Mr. Brian King out there in the world. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. It's up to you if you want to participate in the conversations. I'm letting people know you're not an Indian or you're not an African. You was conquered by way of UCC codes and maritime law pressed up on you. This is human trafficking. This is human trafficking. This is profiting. And the only reason why you don't know it's human trafficking is because you're walking around on land. So you wouldn't even think you've been human trafficked. You ever seen a pimp in a hoe? Now what the law say? Don't worry, hoe. You a victim. Each Afro-American is a victim and don't even know of human trafficking. They are profiting, not sexually, maybe sexually. They are profiting off of you in the stock market with your name. This is what the founding fathers was against the Catholic Church for. They was against the church even owning property, owning land here by way of 501(c). Kyre University, you on the air. Talk to me.
Hey, Kev, it's Journey.
Hey, what's up?
My life be back up. Nothing. I was just calling in to talk about the show and the topic. I haven't really been watching too much of the Kanye West stuff, but just hearing about it and like the Kyre Irving thing, it just automatically this is the crazy thing about it. I feel like I'll be taking your lessons with me now everywhere I go. I feel like I can't even watch nothing without seeing the duality, in the time immemorial and this and that. But these celebrities, these people, and like we discussed before in the past videos, half of these people not even from here. I'm not going to say that there aren't some Jews that are up there working for those people unknowingly. Maybe they aren't even fully aware of the law. I'm not sure, because I try not to really, put too much on people, because maybe they don't know. Because I feel like a lot of the, like we were talking about, the sons and daughters of these people may not even be aware.
Yeah, well, they may or may not be. They may or may not be. I have no idea. What I do know is our people were stuck in Wonderland, in Disney Wonderland, which has an official title. It's called non-compost mentees. Go ahead.
I'm taking my notes. Look, I'm taking my notes. You know what's so crazy, Kev? I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been watching Eustace Nip, and today's the first day I took notes. But I can regurgitate everything that,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Right. You get what I'm saying. But I wrote down everything, even when you was talking about the under the sea part and how everything has come full circle. We keep coming back to Disney and this programming and this,
Disney, Disney is the programming. Disney is the Nazi program.
Right.
MK Ultra mind control shit. That's Disney. That's what they did in putting you in a Lion King. Animals can talk. Ducks. Mickey Mouse is king of his own sovereign nation. This is real.
And I was thinking about it because I kept saying, well, damn, I ain't going to lie to you. I'll be tripping right. I said, well, damn, Eve bit the apple, but shit, after that we had shit. So I'm just trying to get an understanding of what went wrong. And I feel like we're getting closer to it. But it's like, even when we was discussing the Amber Room, and that's what I was trying to say in the chat that day. I was like, well, why the fuck would they have to, because when I be thinking about wars, my mind goes to something completely different. But I was like, well, why would they have to force their way over here and really literally go to war when they was already over here? They probably came over and converted people that was already over here. Because, see, I don't know if this was something that was formulated automatically from the beginning when it was over here.
That's why I'm not thinking about that, because y'all confusing me. I'm talking about Wonderland and being civilly dead. This is what I'm talking about. I have no idea. I have no idea. Non compos mentis. What is that to you?
Well, as we just read in the class, that means that you are not of sound mind. You are unfit. You are civilly unfit in law because you don't know how. You have no self-governing. You're basically, you're out your mind. You cannot govern yourself. You can't take care of yourself.
So, of not being of sound mind, what does that mean to you?
Not being of sound mind, out of law, away from law.
Let me explain what it means before you watch this one. It means right here. Sound mind and memory refers to a person's state of being at the time of the making of their will.
You said at the time of their what?
Will.
Their will.
In their dying state.
Hold on, let me write this down real quick.
Now watch this. Now let's go to sound mind in the Bible. Where is the sound mind in the Bible?
Say it again.
What does God say about the sound mind in Scripture?
It's breaking up so bad. Let me go, Kev, because I can't even barely hear you. It's breaking up too bad.
Okay. So you go sit over there. Press 1. See, I'm on the Scripture. It's going to break up. Press 1. It's going to break up. See? 2 Timothy 1:7. Press 1. See? It's breaking up bad. Watch this one. 2 Timothy 1:7. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but what? Of power and of love and of a sound mind. Oh. Oh. So God does not put you in Disney World. God hates. I said God, His Son, and the Holy Spirit hates Wonderland. He hates that you are in the asylum of sickness and you don't know what's going on. This is what Israel, you always go back into the bull, the golden calf. Press 1, the papacy. God hates Mickey Mouse. This is my next YouTube page. You better run. He hates the producers of Disney. He hates Disney music. He hates Disney news. He hates propaganda. He hates Tinkerbell. He hates Hollywood. He hates the White Rabbit. He hates the MK Ultra mind control tricks they put on Britney Spears. He don't like none of them. He don't like what they did to them little people. Y'all not going to heaven. Y'all work for Satan. Y'all work for the underworld. Coffee and Cook, that's right. Hang up. I was about to come to you. They work for Satan. I know what I worship. Y'all control me forever. You be wasting your time. I didn't just learn this on YouTube. These people think they control and distract me. You can't. I've been got off this computer, hit my blunt, studied, and added on. God said, you wasn't supposed to. Get this right here. This going to go great with what you just learned right now. Pow. You can't beat us. Press 1. I work for the good guys, for the superheroes of the universe. Facts. So, you can't tell me that you can worship two masters. You either worship the God of Wonderland, or you worship the God who brought you this whole way to help you look back and see that your ass is right there in Wonderland. God didn't walk us this whole time, get up to 2020. What time is it? In 108 on the East Coast. He didn't fly Cab Gill from South Central LA, probation and parole board. Ain't got no jurisdiction over Cab, bro. He just put me on the airplane like this. Flying a nigga everywhere. I'm a superstar now. Coffee and Kush TV. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm blessed. What's on your mind?
I'm blessed. I'm just listening to you talking about the sound mind.
Talk to me,
In
Queen.
Scripture. Yes, pardon me? You said talk to me, Queen.
Talk to me.
Okay. You can't go anywhere, do anything, say anything without a sound mind. That means that you have to know what direction you're going in. What direction, what do you want to do? If your mind is not sound, you can go anywhere but loose. Just loose.
So it'll be
No
all
direction.
over the place. It'll be no direction.
All over the place, but no direction.
Kind of like Alice in Wonderland, just kind of just,
Something?
yeah, just kind of just out there, believing any damn thing, any direction. So any spiritual
direction.
practice, drug, gang can pull you in. You fascinated by, you ain't got no discipline of your own mind.
Kevin, that's my mom.
Oh my goodness, who is that?
It's Kyre.
Oh my goodness, hey Karen. What's up, Mom? So you just is that it? You coming to tell us that it's about not having a sense of direction in your mind or something like that?
No direction in your mind. Nowhere to go. Not doing anything but just falling out to somebody else. Something.
Oh, so it's kind of like insanity. A person on the outside would consider that insane.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's not fun. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. And I often quote something that I say all the time, have said in the past. You got to know to go and go to know.
What that mean?
You got that? You have to know that you need to go somewhere, and then you have to have the knowledge that you need to go. Where do you get the knowledge from God? The knowledge comes from God Himself, and that's wisdom. That brings in wisdom.
Mm.
You can get all the education that you desire, but if you don't have wisdom, that tells you what to do with that education. How to do it. What do I do? Do I go into business? Take what I've learned and introduce it to others, teach somebody else about it. Open up an outreach and say, come on in and just learn from me. Right. I've been there. I've acquired this.
Right.
So you gotta know that you need to go. You just can't sit. Get up, go.
That sounds makes perfect sense to me. You gotta know to go.
To know and go to know.
And go to know.
So if go to know. When you go, you're gonna know. You're gonna learn something.
So just go.
Just go. Just get up and go.
Just go. I mean, especially if you're not a criminal, just go.
Just go. Nothing is holding you back.
Just know to go and go to know. I'm gonna take that with me. I'm gonna say that to some little white kid. He gonna think I'm special. There's a white kid at the airport. Young man, you gotta go to know and know to go.
Know to go.
Thank you for the call, Queen.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank Karen too. Shout out to her in the passenger seat. Lord, I gotta go to know. You learn something new every day. But yeah, God didn't give us a spirit of a fear, but of a sound mind. So when you operating dead, you operating not with a sound mind, you insane. And it just goes to show you, that's what I'm saying. Even like employment, like laziness, all of these were signs back at the time of why you needed to die. Well, be committed to an asylum and be labeled black. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. You on the air? Go ahead.
Hi, yes. My name is Sean. I just wanted to make a comment on the Kyre situation in Kanye West.
Go ahead, man.
About them coming out saying that they're Israelites. Let me turn this down.
Kanye said he was Israelite?
Well, he did. He said that he was from the descendants of Israel. Yeah, he did say that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, my comment is, is that I feel that to say that you're Israel today with so much stuff going on, to say that you're Israel is sort of great, but it's not so great.
Go ahead, talk to us.
And here's why. Okay, so here's why. It's because from the beginning, Israel's problem was serving other gods.
Woo, talk. Well, now, hold on. She finna go deep on y'all men out there, so I'm going to let her teach. Because in these days, the women rule over y'all. Teach. Teach, woman. Teach.
Okay.
Talk to her.
Okay. So, oh, Lord, you made me lose my thought. Oh,
we
Lord.
were talking about genealogy.
Okay,
You know now, right? You caught it? Did you catch it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So basically, the whole thing is Israel got in trouble for serving other gods. So in doing that, it caused the world to go in shambles because, we were here first. Israel, God's original people.
Yes.
And so in doing that, it caused the nations outside to really run amok. Yeah. We were responsible. We were the root. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. So therefore, we were sent into slavery. God put us into slavery. We sit around a lot and we talk about what white people do to us, but we really have to understand that we put ourselves in that situation.
Yes.
And we continue to put ourselves in that situation because we are a very stiff-necked people. We're very stiff-necked people. Right. A while back ago, they were taking their babies and throwing them into fire. Israel had done some things that had pissed God off.
Yes, they got Planned Parenthood. Worse, it's the same thing nowadays. See, Planned Parenthood since its inception murdered over 200 million of fetuses and babies. So yes, it's the same thing.
I think one of the main problems is that black people don't feel that they have to be really held accountable, seriously accountable for their sins. Yeah. They feel that someone died for their sins. Yes. If that's true, the person don't die for all the stuff that you do. Well, that's not true.
They got a misconception.
You have to be held.
He died for the sins of the world that led to the fall.
Right.
You see? The original sins, but go ahead.
Right. So going back to what I was saying about, black people being Israel as a badge of honor.
Go ahead.
It's almost kind of scary nowadays to say you're Israel because we know God's beef is with Israel. You know what I'm saying? He's angry with Israel.
That's right.
And remember, he said that it was going to be a remnant left, a remnant of Israel.
That's right.
Remember when black people when COVID had just broke out and black people was running around talking about, it ain't going to happen to us. That's for them. That's on them.
Right.
And then all of a sudden,
it was a surge.
Black people started dying.
Hey.
Yeah, it was just like a purge.
That's right.
God is trying to show black people, hey, look, my beef is with you. Because you're the rulers, you're the kings, you're the ones that's supposed to be in charge.
You're the lawgivers.
It's almost just like if a mother leaves from home and she leaves her eldest child in charge and she come back and it's everything, now all the other children have run amok. That's how much control and that's how much authority Israel has. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't live up to it. And so Israel is in trouble. Today, Israel is in trouble. Look at how they kill each other.
Now, let me
look at all
can
the
I
stuff
read
that
something to you? Can I read something to you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's a badge of honors. In we genealogy, and my bloodline goes to Israel, and this one and that one. But let me show you. This is Titus 3:9. Can I read this for you? It say, but avoid foolish controversies and genealogies and arguments and quarrels about the law, because these are unprofitable and useless.
Right.
See?
Yes.
So why are we having genealogy debates when God is written in the word of Scripture? Don't even get involved in these foolish discussions about your genealogy and about the law and who wearing pants and who's wearing this one.
Now, what scripture was that again?
That's Titus 3:9 that the Hebrew Israelites run from me. They always say, challenge me. Well, I'm challenging right now. Titus 3:9, baby.
Okay, so is that to say that you should do away with the law, that you shouldn't do the law?
No. What this is minuscule discussions and quarrels about the law. But my point is genealogies.
Okay.
See, quarrels about the law is like what Tazariak does with Sinetta. Oh man, the law is this. Oh man, y'all the Africans, man, the law, and then the law was given this little stupid ass quarrel. You wasn't, bro. That's stupid. But what I want to focus in. I don't want to go there with them. I want to go right here. Frivolous conversation.
Right. Absolutely. Because for one thing Israel forgets, and what they forget, and I know who you're talking about, is that we're supposed to be a light to the Gentile nation.
Go ahead.
That God is not going to completely do away with the Gentile nation well.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? He's not going to destroy all the nations of the world on the earth because of Israel.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Not keeping his laws, rules, and commandments. But that book is certainly for Israel, but also Israel is to be a light to the Gentile nation, and that's to help bring them out of darkness. You can't think that we're the only ones that's going to make it,
right?
Because we're all different nations of people. A lot of people are going to be left,
right,
before it's all said and done with. But we are to be the rulers and kings and rulers, and
people of your descent.
I'm sorry.
People of your descent. Yes.
Right, Israel.
Yes.
Right. Israel, I mean, So.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, well, thank you for letting me call in and share.
Of course, thank you so much.
A lot of it is, everybody have a right to share their opinion. I do admire, Kyre for coming out and sharing his opinion. Kanye as well, even though we could tell that, Kanye is really going through some things. And, we can't really judge him because we all went through some things.
I don't know what he's going through.
Okay,
It's all entertainment to me. He's still.
You think so? Okay.
I know so. He's a walking entertainer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
he is an entertainer, and he is an entertainer.
Yeah, he works for Disney. He works for them.
Okay.
Listen, Kanye is advertising for Balenciaga right now. Okay. This is all. Yeah. That's all he doing is he's a marketing genius. Listen to
me.
He's a marketing
that when you had made
genius.
that comment about that we're not supposed to look into those type of things, I thought you may have been talking about that in particular, like what you're saying there.
What you mean?
About what you're saying about Kanye West. It's like you're critiquing him.
What about it?
In a sense of a way. But we still have to remember that he is a black man and he is limited by the powers to be and everything. You got to understand,
he signed
too,
up, ma'am. He signed up for that.
Okay, absolutely. But we all signed up for life when we came out of our parents'
We
home,
didn't sign up for life, ma'am. What I'm saying is you don't understand. He signed up for a dead corporate state, his name. Okay? You're going into allegories and what we all signed up for. Everything you're saying don't matter. Okay? This is the real world. That's just what you want to feel. See, I don't give a shit. See, you signed up for them to use you this way. That's your
but
problem.
People make mistakes.
Ma'am.
Yeah, but you got to understand.
Ma'am, Ma'am, let me explain.
Now,
You see,
now, Kanye
hold
West
on,
is
ma'am.
somewhere currently still engaging in bullshit.
Ma'am. Listen, ma'am. I got Kanye West shoes up. These are slave shoes, ma'am. Okay. I did my shows on Weinstein, Epstein, and hip hop. I know who gave these people the money. I've been walking step right here. I'm trying to tell you. You worried about him, and may we be judged. I'm telling you. See, the problem is you're not listening to me. You want your belief in Kanye to be somehow miraculous. There is no miraculous. He's advertising. It's a spell casting. So you can't convince me that he's not spell casting. He's spell casting. He's a part of the casting crew. He's a part of it. You want to believe something godly about him, but he's serving two masters, ma'am.
No, I don't. That's not true because
he's
there is
serving two masters, ma'am.
He's Israel as well.
Ma'am, he's serving two masters, ma'am.
Okay, and so does Christians.
Ma'am, he's serving. We're talking about him. You said Israel. Your Christians, okay. Christians are white people who converted. We're talking about him. He's claiming to be a shepherd. Ma'am, don't try to correct me. Shut up. Shut up. Christianity is a made-up religion. It's Catholicism. It's not a religion. What are you talking about? This is a historical prophetic book of the coming of the Son of Man. Kanye is pretending to be the coming of the Son of Man. Kendrick Lamar is pretending to be Jesus Christ. And all black women want to do is but. You cannot but this. Your words and your feelings mean nothing. Nothing when it comes to this. I'm sorry for your luck. But there is no but. Women want to be God so bad, and but override man so bad. G, you'll get dismissed like that. If I was dating you, but nothing. Cut my Xbox on, roll up, phone them, because I just hate that women of today think they can override the word, override man who's clearly instructed. Oh no, but my feelings. My feelings. Don't touch the fruit, Eve. Oh, but Adam, my feelings. Try some. Come on, my now. But. There is no but. There ain't no but. Oh. No. There is no but. Y'all wanna forgive people who are paid to destroy you. Could you imagine Keanu Reeves in the movie Constantine condemning demons, and he's blasting their ass to hell, and then one human being, not that one. Wait. No, that's my favorite one. No, and then another one comes. Not Blueface. Oh no, I like him. Oh, who's that? Oh, Lil Wayne. Come on. But God, he's Israel. You just said Israel get it the worst. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's his responsibility. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. It's a responsibility to speak righteous. And if you claiming he was just running around in Calabasas on the hill talking about Jesus, playing all of his favorite tunes, playing around. There is no but. When truth is there, listen, one thing about me, my father, I always knew when it was the but time was over. There was no, I was, why do you think I'm like this? I'm just like my father in real life. But what? There is no buts. There ain't none. And there is no need to keep making celebrities who work for Nike and sell us these. You know how many times Reebok tried to sell us these old paraplegic ass shoes through Kanye, Jay-Z, DMX, any other one? They just give them the shoe and they just come on out here and sell the shoe. Yeah, paint the shoe colors and shit. Tired. Sound resonation, quit crying. Stop writing paragraphs in my shit, bruh. I don't want to hear no crying. I don't want to hear no crying. And my phone line just open for people who've been here, who know what's going on. That's it, G. Sorry for your luck, champ. I'm not here to give Kanye no props. Kanye and Irving, hold on, caller. They gets no prop. Peep game. Kyre Irving was saying he was an Indian 2 years ago. Right? He was Standing Rock Sioux Tribe, July 1873. Then Kev Gills come and tell you you've been here before that. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
What's up, Kev? This Max.
What's up, Max?
Yeah, man. I want to go back. You talking about what you just said about you showed up about the Wonderland, about being crazy. Would this be a reason to have pharmaceutical companies in this nation?
Yes.
A reason to
yes, sir.
Because these so-called you call people crazy, and now we find a way to.
You got it. And what's the pharmaceutical company logo?
That snake on the cross.
Okay, and who is that?
Would that be Christ the bronze serpent?
Yes, sir.
Same serpent.
That's
Moses,
right, sir.
All right. So since we on this, I was looking into.
Shut up. Where you from? Before we keep going, are you an African brother?
It's Max.
Oh, Max. What's up, Max? Go ahead, Max. There you go.
Yeah, sometimes I call and I get that Democrat kick in, and I forget what I really call for.
But I love you, champion. I love you, champ.
Yeah. So since we on this, I was looking into this Hitler and on Wall Street, right? And I ran into what you would call Albert Balling.
Okay.
And he was the inventor of what you would call the cruise ship.
A Rosicrucian.
He was the inventor of the cruise ship.
Ah, gotcha.
All right, and he was funded by these bankers, which is what we know as today as he basically. All right, let me start. He started the Hansburg American Line.
Okay.
And that's owned today by that logo, the container carrier, that HAPAG Lloyd.
Wait. So you saying? Okay. So okay. Go ahead.
So when I would say when the stock market crashed, he was these are the bankers, I guess, that helped build helped build these cruise ships. And he also was involved in building what was called an immigration hall that helped, they said, transferred like 5 million immigrants over here.
Did you say Lloyd's?
Yes.
Lloyd's what?
Give me 1 second.
Look at Candace Owens' husband. Look, Lloyd's. Look, the Lloyd's of London. That's who the insurance companies.
Yes,
oh my goodness, Candace.
You wanna?
We know who Lloyd's is. We know who they are.
Hamburg American Line.
Oh my goodness.
Right. It was a transatlantic shipping enterprise established in Hansburg in 1847.
Oh my goodness.
Amongst those involved in developing was the citizen Albert Baldwin, right? And the financial bankers was Berenberg Bank and H.J. Merkin Corp.
Go ahead.
So when I look into that H.J. Merkin Corp, that's the Merck family, and the Merck family is involved in basically a pharmaceutical company.
Okay.
Right, and that's also the same shipping container company that we have today.
Okay.
That the HA. Hold on, has the HAPAG Lloyd on the containers. So all that would be part of the Lloyd family, no?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So I just wanted to make sure because they think with the German and some other company to form that, they're responsible for it says like 5 million immigrants into the United States. So that's the same as your 6 million people dying in the name being transferred.
And who had the ships? The Lloyds, the ships was probably owned by J.P. Morgan. What's the date on this? Because White Star Line had all the major, huge monopoly on steamships after the Great Fall. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm saying they said it started in 1847. So it just seemed like this, like what you would call like bankrupting the company and just coming up with a different name over time, to keep the same play going.
Right.
Yeah. So I was also looking into that what you were saying on the Wall Street crash, and it said because of like Article 48, they was able to keep the state in a state. This is how the president was able to make certain actions or do certain laws without Congress because of Article 48 that says whenever the country's in a state of emergency, the president doesn't have to go through Congress. Right. So when I looked into that, I was like, who wrote the Wilmot Constitution? That was like
the Wilmington?
Right. Not the Wilmington. It's like give me 1 second.
Take your time.
It's not Wilmington. It's like it's like German or something like that.
Okay.
Similar to the right. It had to do with the right.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So when I looked into that, I ran into Hugo Prius, and he looks a lot like J.P. Morgan and them.
Wait,
like
who?
Roosevelt.
Who?
His name is Hugo Prius.
Prius?
Yes.
How you spell his name? Y-O what?
No, Hugo. Preuss, but it's like in German they look like a or whatever.
Hugo Prius?
Prius.
Oh,
yeah.
Prius. Okay. Hugo was a German lawyer and liberal politician. Could look like Theodore.
Yeah, it looked like Theodore.
He looked like these dudes. Oh my goodness, he looked like Theodore with the glasses. What you call those little those things we said they were using fake glasses to put an alternative nose on themselves? But go ahead, man. Prosthetics,
yeah,
yes.
Around the same time as Theodore was out of office, he was in office. He was minister for like a year, from February 13th, 1919 to June 20th, 1919.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So it's from what I'm understanding, it's like, because of this article, it's basically saying like everybody at the like 21 and was able to vote, and this like caused a major problem with, you know, people choosing with like politicians and who was leaders and all that.
So what do you take from this?
All right, so I take. You said Germany was Germany at one point. This is how. So they made, when you lose a war, basically who has to pay the debt or who has to pay the war bill or whatever, you know.
Oh, so you're saying that's why we have to pay?
Yes. So that I'm thinking that.
Okay. They might just be putting the war bill on the people and using the people as a commodity for that war bill, which would be legal if it was illegal and not a theater of war, if it was a real war. But this goes way beyond that.
Yeah, so that somewhat came to mind that at one point this was Germany.
They would have to work the debt of the war off, so they would be in debt bondage. There it is.
That debt was crazy.
Yes.
Because at one point he was saying that a loaf of bread was worth almost 200.
So they was working off the debt of the war that they lost.
Yes.
That's why they came into we all must work to this debt off. So they was fucking them. Yeah. So war is to create the debt. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. The war is to create the debt. And through the war, and since you say we lost the war and they didn't want to pay back, they didn't want to pay debt. So what better way to not pay it back, but to take the names of these people that you killed dying.
Yeah,
to beat them over there.
Yeah, they don't want to pay the debt. If they lost the war, they don't want to pay the debt. So why not just steal? They should, and make them pay the debt that they won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they think they won the war. Let them
pay it back.
Yeah, let them pay it back. Damn, that's
great. I'll send you that article.
Yes. Well, send it to me, champion. We're gonna get more into depth with it. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, bro.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
Nah, that's it.
My man, thank you for the call, my man Max. Shout out to you. See, shout out to Max. I hope y'all got that, and we gonna bring him back, and we gonna bring some more info. But look, I just got like the sister was trying to say, we under the white man because God put us under the white. No, not your ignorance. Put yourself under the law. God didn't put us in bondage. God did not put us in bondage. We went into bondage because we transgressed from the law. Once you transgress from the law that's set already, it's already in effect because God set the effect of disobeying the law. So God didn't do nothing to you. You did it. You did the same thing that y'all did when Moses had to lift up the brazen serpent to heal the people. God told Moses to lift up a brazen serpent so that Israel wouldn't die. Press 1. That's the significance of the healing serpent. That's the significance of it. The healing serpent, the brazen serpent. That's the serpent Moses raised up to heal the people who were dying because they were bit by the venomous snakes and their stupid philosophies. So they cursed themselves. They went into sin. The provision has already been made. They got bit playing around, and Moses pled on the Israel's behalf for God to reverse the curse and not sentence Israel to death and make God repent and honor the oath. Now, how you think he did that? With law. That's why. With law. That's why. And you got to be really into law to battle God with law. For God to have a change of heart, G, on your destruction, G. So how do you do it? He told Moses, raise the brazen serpent, and all those who look, they don't even got to do nothing. All they had to do was raise the serpent in front of them, and all they had to do was just look at the serpent, and they was healed from the death sentence of sin. Press 1. Was following other philosophy and all that they were headed toward. That's it. Just look. That's the Jesus story. God sent his son to a people. Jesus was playing the role of the brazen serpent that was raised up by Moses. So he was raised on the cross. That's the story. He was raised. That's what John 16 is about. He's telling them, I'm about to make a move. That's why he told Peter, get behind me, Satan. Because Peter like this, you can't do this. Nobody can pay this debt. Nobody. Get behind me, Satan. He was talking to Peter. You know, the one they built a big cathedral for and saint and made a seat for Peter, the first pope? Peter. Y'all follow the teachings of Peter. That's who y'all follow. Who Jesus called Satan. Who denied him. What is a Christ denier? Peter. So Peter went in the Vatican and hung himself, Antichrist style, upside down. Press 1. See? We gonna get it right. So Peter went and hung himself upside down on the cross in satanic fashion and built a church on it. Press 1. The UCC. Now that's the beast of the sea. And you're in business with it. That's why all the nations will weep when that beast go to the bottomless pit. That right there. Now, I hope y'all understand that. I hope y'all understand that. A lot of men don't want, a lot of our men, they want to believe in women fairy tales and Gentile fairy tales because women want to override what God said. Women got like this untamed, undisciplined women got this authoritative Ursula, a mermaid conquering man spirit that she want to talk to men as if they little kids. And to rightfully so, because a lot of they cousins and brothers, but you got the wrong one. You ain't finna talk to me like no little child. Like I'm the one who need to take instruction from you. When I got 800, 900 people in the room listening to sound instruction. Woman, I don't care how cute y'all think y'all is in the world. I don't care what you think you know. It's Antichrist. God would never do that to his children. But I tell you what, a righteous father will do this. You want to live in the world? I'm going to tell you what's out there. You want to go? Go. Now, everything your father told you was out there. You got raped. You got fucked over. The gangbangers beat you up. Whatever the story is. You come back to your father and say, what? You was right. I should have listened to you. But you don't honor your mother and your father. That's why. You don't know what it's like to honor your mother and your father. You think honoring your mother and your father is on Mother's Day and Valentine's Day or some shit. Press 1. I ain't never brought the police to my father's house. Never. I ain't never ran in my daddy's house running from the police. My mama ain't never seen me running from the police. Never had to come get me out of handcuffs. Never, G. From South Central. My daddy ain't never seen me like this on the back of no wall. I been here. My daddy ain't never, G. What you talking about? Daddy, call my mama. Nigga, hang the phone up. You want to call your... I ain't got nobody to call. So this is the only time I get to talk to God. Turn the phone off. Fuck that phone. Press 1. They ain't going to answer anyway. They going to make me mad. No. When a man realizes you got you and your connection with God and law and order, then wife. Discipline, G. We should have learned this when we was young, but we didn't. But I'm just saying, though, people be trying to teach me. This ain't the show where you can teach me. This ain't that. This is a show where, university where you study and you come back with what you study. Okay? Not religious gargle made up by Southern Baptist churches in association with the Romanovs, Wall Street, and the Bolshevik Revolution, the Catholicism Church. Only a demon will say God did that to you. God beef is with Israel. Israel and Adam's ignorance is his own issue. They the ones ain't remember. God honors the covenant. God wouldn't do that to you. You would do that to you. You will betray God and then come back walking up, put on a little perfume and act like you didn't just disobey God's word to Adam. Oh, yes, she would. Come right up in the house. How you doing? Just disobeying God. Just fuck you 10 minutes ago. But hey, I was just talking about you. But hey, I'm cool off this world and how y'all think about me. I got books called Propaganda, right? This is by Edward Bernays with the introduction. I'm finna start a book club. My whole Instagram gonna be full for the Kyre University students and new books. This deals with the media control propaganda hand gestures they be hitting y'all with from the Disney program. Press 1. This deals with that and let you know this ain't no Illuminati stuff. This is about techniques and stuff like that. I also got another book that just came in yesterday. I'm buying books like I buy Air Maxes. Look, this one is called How Wall Street and FDR, a true story of how Franklin D. Roosevelt colluded with corporate America. That's J.P. Morgan and them banker boys, the same ones who funded the Bolshevik Revolution and the Nazis. Watch out, Neo Trinity and Easy E. Watch out right there. And the Nazis. So I got them all right here. Trying to help you all out. Press 1. Trying to help you all out. My books, they coming up. I ain't read them all, but as you can see, they apply. I'm not reading no books on what happened with Jay Prince Jr. I'm not reading no books on that stuff. That's for little kids and kids who belong in an asylum. Now that I know, that's Wonderland. Press 1. I don't want to live in Wonderland because I want to be legally responsible and sane and capable of handling my trust so they have no jurisdiction. I don't want to be civil liter mortis anymore. I don't want to be black in law. I need my identity. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
How you doing? I just want to call in and speak on people asking about reparations. Can you hear me clearly?
About people asking, they speaking on reparations? Go right ahead, sir.
Yeah, they keep. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, what I got on that is people keep asking for reparations, but you got to think, if they keep telling you that black folks or Afro-American people are the money, then why you keep asking them for money? You are the money. What you want back is your land.
Come on,
you want
son.
them to offer your land.
Come on.
So you can, that's what you need for your reparations.
Come
your
on,
land.
son. We don't
not
want
no
no money
because you are the money. You are the money.
Hey, the resources, we got resources. And then
exactly.
what we do naturally with our talents and our trades, we all right.
Yep, and so that's what I'm saying. Because he said the most. If you keep thinking about their dollar, they still got you in that mindset.
That's
You
right,
need to get your mind off your money. You want the land, not the money. You are the money. But that's all I got.
Thank you, champion. My man, that's why I tell you, you wake up, nigga. Wake up and get it. What you talking about? God tells you to get up and go to work, G. By any means necessary, you got an obligation. You waiting from a bankrupt system with fiat currency that's using your resources on your lands to enrich themselves overseas, and you're asking that banking system for reparation? No. You're the commodity. You're the gold bar. You see? You're the gold bar. You went through this already. You've been murdered. Let's say crucified. Press 1. And when you resurrect, press 1. I don't know why people think a resurrection is something other than dead people coming to life or coming back into standing. I don't live in allegories. I'm presenting the truth. Press 1. I don't live in the allegory. No, I don't live in the curse. That's when I was insane. That's when I was with Mama Titty. I'm press 1. But I'm not a child, and I don't need no milk. Press 1. I want meat and potatoes. Give me the good stuff. Let my mind work. I don't want to be no slave. I told you, I walked right out the welfare office. I was about to use that 200 and something bucks. I went back home broke. Told her, if I can't get this, what you talking about? I fuck that county building. First time I felt like, fuck them food stamps. Fuck communism. Fuck all this shit, bro. I've already made the money. What the fuck? Fuck this shit. Ain't looked back since. But I realized a lot of my other brothers is still in the communist line. So we gotta help them mentally discover themselves and make themselves profitable citizens using their gifts, their talents, their crafts, their trade to generate revenue for themselves, and for their women to have money management skills so y'all can come together into building. Maybe you'll hire your wife as the accountant. Your silly self. Press 1. And since you in the game, why don't you use that on a tax break or something right there? Because she an employee now. Press 1. You got all type of ways to maneuver, but sitting there crying ain't gonna get it. Sitting up there with your hand out ain't gonna get it. Raise baiting with people who don't know if they Indians yesterday and slaves tomorrow. Press 1. Dan Calloway said the Indians turned black on the Dawes Roll. You turned black on the Dawes Roll. The Indians turned sovereign and got control of the trust. Liar. Press 1. And riddle me this, Indians. And I know the sister said, Kev, you know, y'all got to come together when they humble themselves. Riddle me this. How y'all want to be adopted by the federal government? That means y'all want to be children. Yeah, to even be a part of an Indian, you going to be adopted by white folk who going to give you sovereignty and maintain control of the trust that the $5 Indian stole from you. But you want to be an Indian, an infant, a child, a savage, a person mentally unstable in Wonderland, because I already told you the Indians didn't exist in America. That was all public theater at the World Fairs, in which these new Nazis are calling the World Fairs Tartaria. These are the offspring of Hitler's youth running around here talking some damn Tartaria. Well, let's go look at Tatar. Press 1 before I get up out of here. This is my last one. No conspiracy, all work, Floyd Mayweather type shit. Press 1. What is Tatar? Press 1. They don't stop. It's just like you gotta really humble them with knowledge and wisdom. Tatar is the underworld of Satan. Ain't no such thing as no damn Tataria. They turned into Orthodox Christians and Jews and went into Catholicism. Press 1 and watch this one. Watch this one. Bars. I spit biblical bars. These ain't nobody but the gypsies all over again pretending to be Orthodox Israel. Bruh, boom. Got you. Tatarians. Oh, who's Tatarians? It's y'all way back over there. So go home. That's all I'm saying. Tatar. That's all you got to do. Google them. Asiatics. But Tatar itself is the kingdom. Listen to me. When they say Tatar, it's a dark kingdom of Satan. Press 1. Listen, the Bible will tell you, find out what they believe. Find out what they believe. You're in the dream state. These are your cons. All of these people. All of them. They wanted Tataria to make believe time immemorial story that it gives the cons more access that they built this place. Nobody built this place but the Afro-Americans. That's why they are the inventors of everything here. So, but since you've been in Wonderland via Disney, MK Mind Control, you've been civilly dead by way of civiliter mortis, where you were crucified. So God, because you're dead and dying, God does what? Who supersedes? What has to happen to Israel? Where's the woman? Since you already dead. So what happened? What happened? God does what? God does what? The high priest pleads on your behalf. The light is given, the spirit is given into the spirit of man, and you got a Jesus walking around on earth to save Israel. God sends his spirit on the earth. You too foolish. Who knows what you would do with God? You see what you did to his son? God sent his spirit on the earth. And that's the second coming. When God sends the spirit on the earth, that's your second coming. While you believe that Jesus resurrected, and now all your sins that you're going to do tomorrow is forgiven by way of Jesus Christ's blood. That is anarchist. So it's quite evident. You got to think, how do you go in law? How do you find the biblical stories and lawful actions in the Bible and related to what happened to us? How did you die? Who crucified you? I say the 13th and the 14th Amendment crucified you. It's civilly genocided Afro-Americans. That means it made you non-existent in law. And if you was to ever represent yourself, you're barred for representing yourself. You need a paid attorney. You don't got no money because your money ain't worth shit. So we gonna flush that. You hear me? They're gonna flush it. So you can't be for Israel and be for God, but serve Saturn, the Nike god, the rings of Saturn. You can't serve two masters, the Dead Sea, and think you're going to go into the corporal state. That's why it's called a corporate. Like, dead, no soul, no conscience. You're going to do what they did to you so you can get what? A few dollars material? So you're going to sell your soul to a soulless beast in hopes that you can pass some money down to your children by way of life insurance? Well, who tricked you of this deception? The devil, the Lloyds of London, who makes billions of dollars off of every black who die. That's who tricked you. They're little salesmen down here trying to convince you, okay, that with fiat currency, the best way to pass down wealth to your children is give them $20, tell them go to the ice cream truck in America. Because all assets go back to the church. And if you do receive assets, it's by way of purchase, and you're going to be taxed on it. Nothing is passed down. So that's what's important for you to go from Wonderland, Compos Mentis, Civil Litter Mortis to Alive. How does the Tin Man become alive? How does the tax identification number become alive? It's like the Cowardly Lion has a job to do. Time for you to stand up, mister. Remember? Lawgiver, Israel, Judah, Lion of Judah. You don't know any law. That's why you don't have power. You only have power with Sinetter and whatever he let you go on his show. Press 1. You have no power in law because you're in allegories. You're caught in the religious aspect of what Catholicism wanted you to believe about your history. Wonderland, the clouds, the devil, Mickey Mouse, love, this one, Apple, Cinderella. I don't know. I'm going to buy Pampers with Mickey Mouse. I don't know. I'm going to Disney World. If you win the Super Bowl ring, where you going to go? Disneyland. Every day, Wonderland. Asylum is pushed on you 24/7. Coffee and Kush 20. You on the air.
Hey, what's up, Kevin's parents? I'm calling out of New York.
New York in the building. What up?
I'm calling. I'm enjoying the show. I'm listening to a lot. Just thinking about a lot that you said, putting stuff together. It's funny how you're talking about the Catholic Church, because the one thing they're not talking about with Kanye West's shirt that I noticed was I was like, why is nobody talking about the front of the church, front of his T-shirt, and the front? I Googled it. I was like, well, what is the front of the T-shirt? It's written in Spanish. And so I Googled it to see what it means. Because he has like the Catholic priest. Let me see which one he has on it. He has Juan Pablo II. And it says, I can't read like Spanish, but it says, we will follow your example. And I thought it was interesting. Like nobody ever talks about the front of the shirt.
Well, the front of his shirt, what it was, what logos was being used, what artwork was on the shirt.
He had like the Catholic priest.
Yes.
The Catholic priest,
yes.
And he had it says Juan Pablo II. It has Sigma Mortis. Let me see. How do you say it? Sigo Ramos to Ejemplo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to finish.
Why Juan Pablo? Why Juan Pablo?
I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out.
You don't know why?
I don't know why Juan Pablo.
Let me tell you. Because Juan is John.
Okay.
Juan is John in English.
Okay.
Juan and John is synonymous. It's the same thing. So what's the P? Pablo. He just playing.
John Pablo.
Yeah. So did he say John the Second?
If you look at Juan as John, I guess it would be John the Second. Yeah.
So it's John P.
John P. I don't really know what that means, though. I don't really know the connection.
So who's John B?
John B?
Yeah.
John B. I know there was a singer, something like John.
Jazz player.
One of them.
You talking about the white boy John B. I'm talking about the real John B. Dizzy
John
Gillespie.
B. Okay.
So who's John P?
John P.
No, excuse me. Who's Juan P?
Juan P. I guess I have to research. I really don't know.
Oh. Interesting, huh?
Juan P.
No.
I really don't know.
That's my father.
Juan P. Yeah?
Yeah. Ask me my father's name.
What's your father's name?
Juan.
Juan?
Yeah. Spanish.
Okay.
His name is Juan P. Gillespie. See,
John P. Gillespie.
See, the industry is demonic.
Right.
Yeah, very demonic. That's how demonic. That much right there.
Right. And when you were
they're anti-Christ. They mean they're anti-royals. They're anti-everything this nation is founded on. They're perpetrators of, would you say, the Holy Grail of the Magna Carta?
Okay.
That would be King George.
Right.
Yeah. They say they're heirs of King George, but all of them are foreigners working for Jewish, German, and Russian banks.
Right.
Yeah. So you're not holders and heirs of the Magna Carta. You're thieves, and pirates, and buccaneers. Yeah. Black Germans, white supremacists. The perfect SS for fucking Hitler is to steal the trust and hold them hostage to continuously steal from them. That's why Hitler said they've been held hostage. Because you are. You don't even know you're being held, because if you don't know what they have. They took from you. They took everything. The whole crown they took. Facts.
So when we hear Antichrist, a lot of times we can equate it to anti-kingdom.
Yeah, anti is just like substitute, a carbon copy. So you got let's say common law, then you got UCC, which is a carbon copy, but commercial based for profits, business. So they got the laws of God made business manifest destiny. So where they can get, they can, if you don't follow the laws of God, this is what's going to happen. They can make that a reality, because if they can trick you out of position, all the curses that is written on this Bible will come over you and manifest destiny. They're just fulfilling their role.
It was kind of powerful too, like you're talking about like the demonization of things, because with the election madness, one of the chicks, the chick Brittany Cooper, and it kind of got me in my feelings like all today, for real, because she said that black males have been infected by the demon, or have been like possessed by the demon of disinformation.
Yes.
So like the stuff that you're saying, even though it's so like right and righteous and on point, it's like, especially men right now, I guess we're really trying to, I know for me,
they don't
I'm not
want
perfect.
you
I'm still learning. I'm trying to learn and figure this thing out.
Yeah.
But it's like you're sitting there trying to tell us, because we're now speaking more truth that we know, and we're now coming into like knowledge. You're trying to say that like we have the demon of disinformation, like demonizing us.
That's right. That's right. So what they're saying is your truth is their downfall. They're afraid of your truth, where they're saying, a demon possess you. We didn't do no Holocaust to nobody. See, the storyline is in time. My storyline and my bloodline and yours. What you did to us, we didn't do none of this to them.
Right.
We didn't hurt the Japanese people. We didn't hurt China. Right. We didn't hurt Europe. We didn't hurt Africa. We didn't hurt nobody. We innocent. And we're innocent by way of insanity. You see?
I'm seeing it. I heard somebody say it before.
Insanity. Did you know what I posted on this wall this whole time? Okay. Wonderland. You're innocent by reason. You're not legally responsible because of insanity. There is no hump. You got to know that I am the truth. You're innocent. You ain't hurt nobody, G. The world is guilty of genocide. You're innocent.
Right.
Okay? You're not legally responsible. Okay? First of all, you're not guilty. But like Tupac said, how do you plead, Mr. Shakur? Not guilty by means of insanity. He was talking about this, G.
Yeah.
Yes.
You on it. You on it, man. You're really genius. You really are. Because it's wild. Because I listen to some master teachers and they explain, us as a quote unquote black race.
Ain't no
and how,
master teacher.
They were talking about,
ain't no master teacher. Ain't no such thing. You can't listen to no master teacher. They lied to you. They misguided you. They never told you was in no Holocaust. That these bankers, because your master teacher is probably 501c master teacher. Christ tell you, the scripture tells you, call nobody master teacher. Call nobody teacher but him that is sent to you. Are they sent? No. No, they can't even identify who sent them. They just talking. You calling master teacher. The Bible tells you can't serve two masters. You gonna follow the truth, or you gonna follow your masters? That's a choice for every individual. Blue pill, red pill, matrix.
Yeah.
I can, like Nip say,
yeah.
I can only lead you to the water, but I never teach you how to drink. That's for you. That's a choice for you. I made a choice that I wanted to know. So God himself showed me.
Yeah.
Yo.
No, you're on point. I'm taking it all in. I'm still working through some stuff in my mind. So,
what you need to focus on is Wonderland. Because that's where you are. You're not focused in your mind because you're in Wonderland with master teachers. So you know what that make you? Huh?
What that make me?
Insane and not capable of thinking clearly. See, when you listen to me, you understand. You see that? You thinking clearly.
No, you do. You really do.
Understanding.
Like I said, I'm learning,
Yeah.
I'm learning.
There you go. I know. That's the whole point. I'm smiling with you because it's like I'm helping you out the asylum and I'm filling out this paperwork. Like, come on, man. You almost there. So that's the point. I told you when I first started Shutter Island, I said, all y'all crazy and I'm the doctor.
Yeah.
Everybody crazy but me. And God sent me to help you. So whatever your story is, I'm here. Shout out to you, King. Thank you, King. My man, call back.
Incognito.
I love that moment. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
This is a great show.
Thank you.
This is the first time I've ever heard you. There should be more people like you. Thank you for speaking the truth.
What's your name? Where you calling from, Queen?
I am incognito, and I am South.
South, that's what I'm talking about. Incognito and South, that's right. What you got for us today?
Nothing. I appreciate everything you're saying. It's the truth. I'm kind of questioning why, with all the algorithms and everything, you're able to speak this and more people aren't.
Well, because I operate in truth, and God gave me this to speak. They don't have this because it's not for them to tell you. You found this page. If this is your first time, then God wants you to hear this. There ain't no other place.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that it's just a black and white thing. And I appreciate what you're saying. And I'm sorry if my ancestors did anything to you. But we're all caught in this damn race.
That's right. That's right. And that's what God knows about.
I got to tell you, I'm not one of these hooking women that's got to hook up with some man that's got to pay her way.
Come on.
I am an individual. I pay my own way.
Come on. I'm glad that you called in, and thank you for that.
No, thank you for what you're doing.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you for that. Thank you. I will.
I'm all ears.
Thank you. Oh, I love that. See? Truth doesn't have a color line. You hear the sister? She say our lives matter too. She says she's sorry. I told you. Through Christ, all things is possible. I'm not signing that. I don't know white people because of my boot. What? When you walk in truth, I'm not worried about who against truth. Those are people who against God. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you don't know American history, in George Washington, he was operating out of Levitical and ecclesiastical law from Scripture. You don't tell me what color they was or who is who. You got to know who they were. You got to identify them by their fruits. They're operating out of this. I don't know what that banking system is operating. And I'm not saying all foreigners who came to America, whether it be Gypsy or Asian, was on some other. Most of these people was poor as dirt shit in their country. I would have got on the boat too. Press one. That has nothing to do with J.P. Morgan and these corporate elites who robbed black America for their gold and silver. And now, 120 years later, we still fucked up. We have no dual citizenship. We ain't got no American assistance, no grants. Every black politician that come from y'all, so they end up fucking us up again, end up being spokesmen. You know, and we still, and then Black Lives Matter comes out of nowhere. George Soros and Antifa, we're this close. America's this. We got Donald Trump. You know, red tape is coming down. I'm trying to encourage people. Hurry up! I don't give a fuck what you do. Start a YouTube page. I don't give a damn. Hire your friends in an apartment complex. You're tax free. Press one. But no, they said, shut up, Kevin. Shut up right now. We voting for Joe Biden. No, man. But I'm still here with us. I talked all that shit about my Democratic friends, but I'm still here with them. I don't care. I'll never be like Candace Owens. Be running around with peanut head ass Shapiro talking jibber jabber bullshit. I'll never be with them. No, not until they get their historical facts appropriate right here in America. No, not until we admit the truth about what happened. Kyre Irving said a lot of great things, but he said, you can't hide history. You know, we grew up in America. As bad as it hurts, we love each other. We know what was done. Even in slavery, let's take the slavery story. It's like, damn, okay. We still ain't we did nothing, but you know. So niggas ain't finna, but you can't hide. And you have no authority to stop the awakening of Afro-Americans, nor who they deem as their speaker, or you can make them sum up. But you're not in the natural process of determining their outcome. Only Adolf Hitler will do, and Stalin will be on that type of time and use people as a science project. See, I'm not dead, I'm alive. I'm not in Wonderland. I see the Matrix clear. I'm not in conspiracy world. I'm not saying no Illuminati. I told you, Illuminati's not welcome here. That means you confused in Wonderland. You called them by their name, like Rappaport said. Press what? That's why I got their names all over the place. I go right to them. Boom, 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 boom. Hitting point for point. That's all I'm saying. With my own style, I'm double cupping. Blood in mouth, smoking, but I'm not an outlaw. I'm not drunk. And this ain't alcohol. This is soda. But I'm saying I'm not belligerent. I'm not conspiracy. A nigga don't need you know what they say, the state come in and deem you crazy and drag you off. None of that. I can stand in front of a judge and show them why my brain have came to this conclusion. And I'm still operating out of love. That's it. Anytime you get white folks calling in, press one. And I told you, it is a blessing. A space where we all can talk freely and we creeping out. You know what I'm saying? We creeping. But talk freely and have discussions. This ain't about the American white people. This is about international corporations hijacking our political body. Facts. And using the resources of this nation to take care of the world over. America ain't Atlas. You know, we're not just carrying the whole world on our shoulders through the universe. You talk to Dan Calloway and the Niji people about that one. You want to be on the back of a turtle? Fine. Press one. We're not your personal Atlas. Oh, man. Fine time to be alive. Okay, so keywords. Titus, biblical scripture, and staying out of the genealogy talk. Okay? We the real Hebrews. We this one. No, we this one. Get out of it. But the key word is compos mentis. Okay? And corporal civil liter mortis. Okay? Dead in law. Okay? So you were killed civilly and you were placed in the asylums under compos mentis, and you are dead in law. Do you understand that? I'm trying to put it in simple form. I know my Moorish folk out there, that's not how you put that. Simple form, man. Simple English here. We talking to the average black and white person in America. We ain't, bro. We is our first time learning about this stuff. But we're trying to identify what happened. You know? So not being able to think. Okay? Insanity. Not doing the same things over and over like Einstein. The legal term, the real term, is compos mentis. Okay? You being dead in law is civil liter mortis. So you're both of them. Compos mentis, you're incompetent. You are barred from law. You are barred from standing on your own too. And you need a representative to help you plead guilty or no contest for drinking a beer in public. You understand? So there's the scriptural raising the dead, and then there's the legal remedy of raising the dead and resurrection. And what's the other one? The law of what? Redemption. The law of redemption. That means you getting the land back. Not the law of restitution. The law of redemption. Where the land by law must be returned back to, we'll talk about it. Coffee and Kush TV, maybe y'all brains is hurting. Shout out to the young lady who just called the show. All of the callers. Shout out to the people who stayed in this stream this whole time talking. Bearing with the freestyle of information. I'm freestyle. Sometimes you don't really. I look back like, damn, we really just freestyle these live streams. Yeah. No paper, no production, no crew, nothing. Just freestyling my connection with you people out there in the chat room for real. And that's what I'm talking about. Relating with y'all in a more interactive way. Tomorrow I'm gonna have my Discord chat up on the side, so if you want to participate in that, you can leave like memes in those chat rooms. You can memes and put presidential. You do whatever you want. It's gonna be coming up on the side, and people who contribute to the page will have the automatic shout outs at the top as well. I'll still do my Cash App shout outs, but we on the roll. Coffee and Kush TV. Shout out to Angelina Moore, Amanda, my moderator, Brittany, my moderator, my future moderator, that's soon to be. Bocat is out there. Shiva's out there. Shout out to you, Queen. Todd is out there. He stayed around the whole show. He probably at work listening. Let me see who else is out there. Get some shout out. Wait a minute. Contribute to the page. Go to patreon.com/KevGillsTV and sign up. Just to know, they're going to kick me off the internet. They're not going to allow me to do this. The sister said, how come they allow you? It's something called the law. See, when you walk in truth, press what? When you walk in truth, See, watch this one. When you walk in truth, the world become liquefied. You can, wow, like Neo. Right there. They be coming. I'm trying to tell you, they coming. Here it come. A super block. Watch out, Pam. They almost got Kev. Right there. Watch out, Pam. I learned jujitsu. Press 1. I know kung fu like Neo. Press 1. But you got to walk in truth. You can't have no warrants for this type. You got to come pure-hearted. You can't be a murderer. Press 1. You can't be on that type of time. Nah, bro. You got to believe in God for real. Nah. Not to jump around in church, walk outside, and get hit by a car. No, I'm talking about for real. I told you, the last sin to be defeated is for real. That's when I learned that most of these dudes is cowards. That's how I learned it. You got to believe in God for real. That's why a person can't fool me. Because I know how you talk. After. I know how you walk after. You're not corrupt. I know. So you can play. I'm going to play with you. I'm going to walk and play with you. Fine. You want to play? Play. You know, but I know seriously if God is really on your mind and heart. Because that's the way I was giving this information to. I ain't sorry for your luck. That's how I got it. My life, I'm able to tell. That's not true. You're pretending right now. Press 1, big time. And that's the whole thing about it, y'all. And you able to move like Neo in the Matrix, you got to understand it's all law. Press 1, you know Allah, the Muslims, it's all law. Press 1. What about Muslims at? Allah, press 1, yes, right, all law. Once you realize it's all law, you're gonna realize your God is greater than all. Press 1, you're dealing with the King of Kings. All the little laws, it's all commercial. Press 1 is all commercial. Catholicism made all y'all religions so y'all could coexist outside of God's law, but in time. Damn. Outside of God's law, yet in time. Therefore you shall die like mere men. Coffee and Kush TV, more knowledge and wisdom daily right here on the show. I be killing them out here. Bars, I be killing them. Coffee and Kush. Where my 7%ers at? I'm kicking their ass. Not the 7%ers. I'm telling the 7%ers I'm kicking their ass. So I never don't want none. The chakra boys, they don't want none. Where's young Pharaoh and his Osiris worship? His moon worship. See, when God said he was going to put you back in spiritual bondage, he was going to make you a sinner. He was going to allow you to go right back into spiritual bondage. Right back to Egypt. Remember? Moon worship. Osiris. Where you are spiritually fucked up. Because you're not hearkening. You didn't take after the tree of life. You want to eat off of the tree of good and evil. You want to know it all. Press 1, because you like Eve. You won't surely die. You know, you won't surely die. Now the Lord, you're going to be just like him. Oh, for sure. No. You take after that tree. I don't want that tree. God told us don't eat from that tree. That's not right. It's going to lure us, and we shall die in the world. We will die in sin. You hear me? Die in sin. You're going to die believing in sin. Sin is the moon god of death. Huh? Osiris. Y'all know all of our sisters and brothers is caught up in Egyptian. They all say they queens and kings. They all Egyptian goddesses. Verse 1. We all Egyptian goddesses. We all got the This is what scripture is talking about. All right. You're going to go back into the teachings of Akhenaten. Keep playing. You're going to spiritually put you in and you're going to serve all the gods you want. Right there. Who brought that? That's Rome and them. Who conquered Egypt? This is Rome, G. The Pope, G. Peter. That's why the scriptures say, I know thy works, and he know where Satan's seat is, G. Who he called Satan? Where's the seat? But that's another day, another topic. Every day I don't want to bombard y'all, even though I want to. I realize it'll be another day. We'll be all right. Coffee and Kush TV. And as always, family, I'll holler. Make sure you subscribe, support. Cash App is Gills Gang. Patreon.com/Kev Gills TV. Participate, learn something. And as always, I'll holler.